Hello, everyone. Okay. First of all, can everyone hear me? I've not done a stream in about 6 months, so technical difficulties. You never know, it might happen. Just let me know in the comments below if audio is usable, and that will be fine. And we will just get on with the stream. We're going to do a general championship roundup as well as Forest. In fact, I'll put the camera on. Hello, everyone. Good to be back live on YouTube. It's been 6 months since I last did a stream. So welcome. It's good to be back. The camera's out of focus. Great start. We'll be talking mainly about, a lot of it will be about Forest, of course, because that's a big topic on this channel. But you can do anything, you can talk about anything you like. So just let me know in the comments below any deals and rumors that you think is worth talking about, and just let me know and have your say. That's the whole point. Audience interaction is very important. Anyway, we'll just say hello to everyone first of all. We've got Owen. How you doing, mate? Luke. You may have heard of him if you watched this channel before. He's quite a big fan of it. Juan. Now, apologies, I might say your name wrong. I'm not even going to attempt to say it, but hello. And you hate Bournemouth, which is questionable. Any Bournemouth fans watching? I'm not going to say my opinion on Bournemouth. Fair enough. Mike, hello. What are you doing? Laquan, Ollie, good to see you in here, mate. Owen, welcome everyone. And we've got Party Gamer. That is my mate Tom, who's also obviously a Forest fan. Good to see. You love to see it. I think we'll start with Forest. Would probably be the right thing to do, really, wouldn't it? Obviously, it's been pretty hectic, hasn't it, of late? All of a sudden, as it would be on deadline day, we're linked with loads of players all at once, namely being Sam Surridge being one of them. Obviously, we do need to be signing a striker, given the fact that we lost Graben yesterday to injury, and who knows how long he's out for. Hopefully, we'll find out soon when he will be back. Hopefully, it's not long. Particularly the fact that we've obviously let go of Lyle Taylor to Birmingham, and terrible timing. He then just goes and scores straight away for Birmingham against them lot, which was pretty funny, of course. But yeah, it's good. It's good that we're being linked with the striker, and apparently he's going to be coming in. We've had John Percy, of course, very reliable journalist on Twitter. I think it's for the Telegraph, confirming that he is all but certainly going to come to Forest for 2 million. What do you think of Sam Surridge, everyone? Let me in the comments below if you're a Forest fan, or not. It doesn't have to be a Forest fan, just let me in the comments below. What do you think of Sam Surridge? My personal opinion on him, I think, I've seen a few people on Twitter give him a bit of stick because obviously he's not got the best record in the world. In fact, I'll actually get it up if I can find it. I know he hasn't got the best record in the world, but we need a striker, and we said this about Keenan Davis, didn't we? And it's worked out pretty well, hasn't it? So this is from, I'm not going to say his name, Callum on Twitter. He's obviously a Forest journalist. He did a thing about him earlier on. And obviously, Sam Surridge has worked with Steve Cooper before. So, that's got to be hugely encouraging. Probably one of the main reasons why we're going after him. 5 goal involvements in 9 starts in all competitions under Steve Cooper. Obviously, that was with Swansea. And he's also played for England under 21 level English. So, yeah, I wouldn't mind this one happening. It's happened quite quickly, of course. You always tend to get rumours like this happening, don't you? Just out of the blue, you get something like this happen on deadline day. I think that'll be a pretty good signing. Hoonigan, welcome. Good to see you in here. Kieran Webster. I've got Ben. Bentner on a 6-month contract. He says no. I think a few people would probably say no. I mean, how old is Bentner now? It's quite a while since he played for us. In fact, let's find out. Lord Bentner. How old's Lord Bentner? Yeah, he's 34. I mean, I'd rather not. To be honest. Jack, welcome. Jonathan Panzo to Forest. Yes, I think we'll talk about him next. I'm pretty sure. Let me know in the comments below. Some people might be able to help me out with this one. Were we linked with Panzo before? Because I'm sure we've been linked with him in the past. We're talking I think it was the Sabri Lamouchi season for us. I'm sure we've been linked with Jonathan Panzo before. Mike in the comments for some reason I think it's Mike keeps doing the names the opposite way around, which is interesting. Daryl Murphy to Forest. We're going a bit back in time, aren't we, with that one? But yeah, Panzo. I'm pretty sure. In fact, he has played in Germany before. Of course, currently right now he's playing for Sporting Dijon over in France. He's also played in the England youth setup. And like I say, a bit like with Sam Surridge, he's played with Steve Cooper before. So this has got to be very encouraging. And, I like the fact that we're going after players that obviously have got experience with the manager that we've got at the moment. And, I trust Dane and I trust Steve Cooper to get it right. And I think I was saying in my Cardiff vlog yesterday, if you've not seen that, then after the stream, go and give it a watch. I don't think we would let go of Lyle Taylor with not having a adequate replacement lined up. We probably had Sam Sturridge lined up, to be honest. It just wasn't rumoured. But you never know with deadline day. Anyway, Bong is 33. Yeah, he is. Talking to Bong, we've done a good job, I think, of shifting Deadwood. And I do think that Bong is... He's definitely Deadwood, isn't he? Let's face it. I'd say he's the only bit of Deadwood we've already got in the squad now, other than, if you can count him, Harry Arter, but I don't see him getting anywhere near the team anytime soon. But, what do you think, everyone, of Panzo? I mean, I don't really know a huge amount about him, so it probably wouldn't be hugely fair for me to comment on him. I mean, again, I refer to Callum Castell on Twitter. Very reliable source from what I've seen anyway. He's been tweeting quite a bit about all Forest transfer news today, and you see here, get it up on screen. In fact, there's a picture here with him with Cooper, so it's great. Who's Panzo? It's this guy on screen right now. Who's just said that? Rocket League gamer. Yeah, Jonathan Panzo from Sporting Dijon. It'd be a bit. Can I talk English today? It'd be an interesting move, that one. Obviously, like I say, pretty sure he's been linked with us in the past. This guy. Yeah, I mean, it will offer good competition, won't it, to Wall, Cook, and obviously McKenna. But I think you do have to probably question quite seriously what this means for Tobias Figueiredo, whether he has got a future with us or not. Obviously, I believe his contract does expire in the summer. So, yeah, he's all but certainly going to leave. And, let's face it, I think Forest are going to have to do quite a bit of late announcements, aren't they, on Twitter this evening? Because we've got all these players being linked with us. In fact, we've got one more player that I think we need to talk about. And that obviously has got to be Josh Bowler. Obviously, been linked with him pretty much all of the transfer window. Here we are, in fact. Forest creeping closer to Blackpool's asking price for Josh Bowler. Funny that Jordan Gabriel was in the background of that photo. But yeah, obviously Josh Bowler, I think he'll be a great signing. He appears, I think the way I'd describe him from what I've seen of him is he's like Joe Lolly in his prime. I think it's a bit like Jed Wallace as well. I think both these players, you can compare them to Lolly. And I would definitely take Josh Bowler. And the reason why I think it would be difficult to get him is the fact that he's only just signed for Blackpool. He signed for Blackpool in the summer from Everton, and he was at Hull last year in League One. So it'd be a bit of a weird one from his point of view and from Blackpool's point of view to sell him. But obviously, you have to, if you want to go out and get these players, you've got to weaken the opposition, haven't you? And I think this would be a good move. But again, let me know in the comments below, everyone. What's your thoughts on this? What do you think of Josh Bowler, obviously, Panzo as well, and Sam Surridge? I do think we're going to get at the very least, one of those across the line. Mike, for some reason, is backwards today. He's typing everything in a different order. Charlie, good to see you in here. One of my mods. I forgot who are my mods. It's been that long since I streamed. But how you doing, mate? Thanks very much for letting us have Keenan Davis, by the way, as a Villa fan. He's done pretty well for us. Anyway, let's go to full screen for now. Look at my last comment. Who won the Champions League? Who's won the Champions League Man City that haven't, from what I know. I know Forest have twice. Would love Bowler. He looks set for Bournemouth. Yeah, I've heard about that as well. I mean, Bournemouth are linked with every player on the planet right now, aren't they? And we will talk about the Championship in just a moment. But yeah, I mean, it's a weird one with Bowler. He's been linked with, I think was he linked with Fulham or someone like that? Someone random like that. So yeah, it's interesting, really, isn't it? I'm doing good, thanks. Would you take Davis for around 7 million? Well, I mean, if he keeps playing like he's been playing for us, then potentially, yeah. I mean, in the comments, everyone, if you're a Forest fan, would you take Keenan Davis permanently, and would you accept 7 million? Do you think it's worth it? I mean, he's been great for us. You know, it's been great for us. And with some people are saying with Sam Sturridge, obviously, he's not got the best record in front of goal, and for a striker, I suppose you could argue a case that's not ideal. But I mean, Davis didn't. So, you know, look at what Davis is doing right now. And even off the ball, Davis has really offered something quite great to the team that obviously Graben didn't do, or Taylor. But yeah, I mean, I think I would keep Davis the way he's playing. Whether 7 million is a bit too much. Party gamer, he's been playing well for us so far, so I would take 7 million. Yeah, I agree with that. 100%. But even if he keeps up the good form, I see Villa selling him on for 2 or 3 million. Yeah, I think that's doable. I don't know if that's just Charlie just saying I want 7 million for him, or Villa want that much for him. He's literally like 5th choice, so would probably sell him on the cheap if you'd wanted him. Yeah, I can see that. I mean, he's not really been playing for Villa this season, has he? Hence why he's been loaned out. So, you know, it would make sense. I'd say 2-3 million is really cheap. We'd 100% want more than that. Yeah, I could see that. I mean, I think obviously, you know, you're going to want to try and get as much as possible. Laquan wants me to read his last comment. Do you think we are lining up someone else in case we don't get Bowler? I mean, we've been linked with Morgan Rogers, haven't we? Obviously, he was from Bournemouth. He was at Bournemouth, obviously, at City overall. I mean, I personally don't see us getting Morgan Rogers because I know he wasn't really playing that much for Bournemouth. So maybe, I suppose you can call it a step down to Forest. Might not be a bad thing for him, but I personally don't see us getting him, to be quite honest. But yeah, as Charlie was saying, realistically, what do you see us getting? As Luke's just asked Charlie. Considering Championship clubs' budgets, I'd say 5. Yeah, I could see that happening, to be honest. Why is Mike just typing everything backwards? I don't understand. Rogers is going to Huddersfield. Okay, right, interesting. I mean, I've seen a few people saying if Josh Bowler was to leave, Rogers would go to Blackpool, which you could see happening, I guess. But I mean, who knows? Who knows what's going to happen there? But I don't think Morgan Rogers will come to us, and I don't think Josh Bowler will. But I think the most realistic signings, based off reports and importance as well, really, are the likes of Sam Sturridge. Because for me, if we don't get into the centre back, it's not the end of the world, given the fact that we've got those, you know, that brick wall at the back and walls available. And I think Figueiredo is really being harshly treated right now, to be honest. You know, he's just being completely pushed out of the team. And I know he's a bit of a scapegoat, really. He's got a bit of a mistake in him at times, but I just think it's a bit hard on him. Yes, you know, if we get Panzer, which we probably will, given how strong these reports are looking. Rads, check Twitter. I will check Twitter, Owen. As you've just tagged me. He won't be going to Bournemouth. Okay, so is this about... Okay, so about Josh Bowler. Interesting. Okay, you know what? I think we'll talk a bit about the Championship, actually. We'll always talk about Forest throughout this stream. So just any questions, anyone, just put them in the comments and I'll be sure to read it out. But obviously, it's been a really interesting time in the entire division, really. I mean, Bournemouth have been going after like every player pretty much, haven't they? Obviously, they've signed. In fact, I'll get it up on screen. They've obviously signed Woodman, who was from Newcastle. Obviously, he was at Swansea last season. I'll just go on transfer marks. Here we go. This is probably easier than me just trying to remember what to say. So yeah. So I've zoomed it in so you get a better look at it, because I can't like overlap the webcam or anything on this way, because obviously I'm using StreamYard, which kind of limits me to what I can do on a stream. But anyway, Bournemouth, as you can see, they've made 4 signings in January. Ethan Laird's come in. Obviously, he was at Swansea. I know a few Swansea fans, so they'll be a bit annoyed about that, of course. Woodman, like I say, was also at Swansea. I think Nat Phillips is a great bit of business. Obviously, done pretty well for Liverpool, really, whenever he's got a chance. And it's a loan transfer. I've not heard of Hill, to be quite honest. So, I mean, he's actually the most expensive one there, isn't he? And obviously, they've been linked with players like Dembele from Peterborough and the likes of Todd Cantwell as well. I think they generally want every player in the Championship, to be quite honest. I mean, you can blame them. They've got the money to do it, haven't they? All those parachute payments. Fulham and Norwich are literally pointless up and down every year. Give them their own league. Yeah, you know what? I think that's pretty funny. You know, everyone says it. We need a mini league in between the Prem and Championship just for those two. I think we can add Watford and West Brom in there for the sake of it, really. Okay, that's who it is, Mike. Okay, fair enough. Now you're just back to doing everything backwards. Fair enough. I think he's your most promising player. But if you've got 30 million, who are you talking about? Is this Johnson? Yes. If you get 30 million, you can't really turn that down. Yeah. I think Brennan's, he's always going to come up, really, wasn't it? This topic. Yeah. I mean, you can't really turn down 30 million, can you, when you're in the Championship? So, I mean, if we were to get that much, you probably would have to say yes. I mean, everyone watching. Thanks very much to the 28 people in here. That's a pretty good send. I've not streamed in 6 months, so thanks very much for that. If you are a Forest fan, or if you're not even, would you accept 30 million for Brennan Johnson? Because it's a tough one, really. Do you lose one of your star assets, but you get a huge chunk of money, and obviously, we can reinvest that into the squad, which would be very useful. Talking about Norwich getting rid of Cantwell is hilarious. He was their franchise player for 2 years ago. I can't talk English today, can I? He was their franchise player 2 years ago. That's better. Yeah, I mean, he's not really been the best this season, has he, from what I've seen. I don't blame them for getting rid of him. They may as well cash in on him. Love seeing your consistent streams. Your vlogs are good, though. Yeah, loved seeing. Yeah, I was going to say, I've not at all been consistent when it comes to streams recently. I mean, obviously, that's because I've been doing vlogs this season, which have been very successful, obviously, and more importantly, I've really enjoyed doing them. And yeah, thanks very much for the level on all the vlogs, everyone. But yeah, I just thought I ought to do a stream, and Laquan wants Rad Dad in there. He'll be in at some point just to say hello, I'm sure. They're coming for your best players. Yeah, I mean, you've done that before, haven't you? With a certain right back of yours who is now being linked away to Atletico, of course. What do you think of that, Charlie? Would you let go of cash to Atletico? Personally, I wouldn't do that if I was Villa. So we can buy the loan players. I presume you're talking about Forest. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see if we keep, really, wouldn't it? Okay, I would love to read the comments out, but Laquan's just spamming. So if you couldn't do that, Laquan, I know you want Radden in there, but he'll be in. Anyway, what's this? That's Party Game is saying. Don't get me wrong, I don't want us to lose Johnson or Wall, but I see us losing them. Yeah, I agree. To be fair, I think it is only really a matter of time, isn't it, until we lose one of them. So I mean, just got as a Championship club, you are going to lose your best players every so often to the Premier League, and that's the risk you take. Even in the top flight, you're going to lose your players to better sides. But then again, that's just football, isn't it? So I mean, a bit of a obvious thing to say. I was going to do it in order. I'm doing it slowly, of course, just talking about the Championship. But Luke's just said, that's LJP, opinions on West Brom's window. It's a very interesting time right now, isn't it, for West Brom? I think that's probably the best way to put it. Yeah, interesting window. Obviously, Dal, right. Is it DK or Dyke? Let me know. I think it's DK. Dal DK for 7 million. Obviously, Ishmael's just linking up with his old mates, obviously, from Barnsley. And you wonder why Barnsley are bottom of the league. Yeah, good. It's a good option, isn't it? I think, isn't he injured straight away? I think he is. Don't quote me on that though. Andy Carroll, don't get that one. Don't get that one at all. He went to Reading. I didn't watch him closely, but he's there for like 2 months, and then he just goes to West Brom. I mean, is he just trying to go to every Championship club he can while he's got time left in him? As for players, obviously Jordan Hugill. Well, technically, he wasn't even their player, was he? And we all know what Jordan Hugill did. We all know where he's gone, don't we? Because he may have beaten Forest yesterday. Yeah, interesting, really. Luke, to answer your question, it's pronounced DK. Right, I thought it was. Thanks very much for that confirmation. My dad's applied for Forest QPR tickets on Sky. He's also applied for tickets for United v Spurs. Nice one. Good for him. Derby staying up would be a bigger achievement than Leicester winning the title. You know what? I can see that, to be honest. Yeah. I mean, what do people think about that? It's a bit off topic, I know, but what do people think of? I mean, obviously, we don't like talking about Derby on this channel for obvious reasons, but what do people think? Do you think it'd be a bigger achievement than Leicester winning the league title? Obviously, Bray, good to see you in here, co-host of Radscast. It's a bit more consistent than my. I really can't speak today, can I? It's more consistent than my streams, but it's still a very inconsistent podcast. But how you doing, Bray? Good to see you in here. Interesting comments from whoever this is. So I think I might just put you in timeout. I've missed doing that. I've missed these streams, getting random people coming in and I can just ban them. Not that you really want to have to do that anyway. It's his transfer deadline day, and the biggest NFFC news so far is the retro 90s tracksuit. Yeah, fair enough. I don't really know what you're referring to there, to be fair. Rads, I didn't realise how good your vlogs were, but thanks very much. Yeah, thanks very much for that. And they do well, to be honest. So, appreciate that. Now, I haven't been on the news for a few hours. Have we signed anyone or sold anyone? No, we haven't, Ray. We haven't. It's all pretty much business as usual. Linked with, obviously, like I was saying at the start, Sam Surridge, Jonathan Panzo is a centre-back from Sporting Dijon. And also, I've actually lost track. Josh Bowler. Yes, of course. So, yeah, not bad at all, really. Anyway, I think we'll just look over a few of the Championship clubs, unless anyone else wants me to mention anything. I was trying to do it in order. I think we can't really talk about Barnsley, can we? Because they haven't really signed anyone. Before I talk about them, though, thoughts on target to Newcastle. Newcastle in general is a really interesting topic, isn't it? I mean, okay, I have a prediction about Newcastle. I think within 3 seasons they're going to be in European football. I mean, call me mad. Am I mad? What do you think? I think they'll be in Europe within 3 seasons. They spent nearly 100 million in a January transfer window, not a summer transfer window, January. And yeah, they've signed a few interesting players like Matt Targett, obviously from a Villa fan's point of view, saying that. But it is, yeah, I think that's going to happen. I really do. Yeah, Party Gamer agrees with me. I'll just call you Tom. Newcastle make me sick. Yeah, it is, to be honest, They're just going to buy their way to success. Anyway, I'll try and go over some of the Championship clubs, but another comment from Charlie. 100% Derby had a points deduction and have had to sign Castaways, Rooney with a win-win. If they stay up, yeah, he's a bona fide legend. I mean, generally fair play to Derby if they survive. Like, mental achievement if they do. Don't want them to, but it would be pretty mental if they did. Quite frankly, so fair play to them if they do. What even was the point in them signing Chris Wood? I mean, given the fact they got that much money, you wouldn't be surprised if they just did it just to weaken Burnley. Like, maybe they've done that. Former Arsenal captain Aubameyang has completed a permanent move to Barcelona. I heard, hasn't that fallen through? Or is that back on again? I'm not sure. Burnley have had mad recruitment. Yeah, I think Venkhorst, that is a pretty mental signing for a team at the bottom of the Premier League. And yeah, he is better than Chris Wood, isn't he? Ben Burton Diaz. I think we've heard of him, haven't we? Linked with Barcelona. What a surprise. Have you heard? Yeah, just mentioned that. I have heard about Diaz. Oh, it's gone through, Bray, has it? Aubameyang. Interesting. Thoughts on Blues? Do you mean Blues? Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. We'll go to Blues now. We'll just do it in a random order. Because I've got it up already. So yeah, Birmingham's transfer window so far has been pretty interesting, hasn't it? Very, very loan heavy. I'm not going to talk about every team because there's a few teams that haven't even signed any players, to be honest. But Bakuna, didn't he play for Villa? I might be getting him mixed up, so that's a bit of a controversial one going to them. And obviously, Hernandez, I think, is a really interesting signing because he tore Forest apart when we played Middlesbrough on Boxing Day, and I'm really surprised that he's gone to Birmingham. It's technically a step down, really, isn't it? Lyle Taylor, obviously, I mean, he got off to a flying start, didn't he? So fair play to him. I'm not too aware of Taylor Richards, to be honest. Attacking midfielder, though. Is that Menji from Man United? Yeah, fair enough. Good bit of business, that. Any players out? Yeah, they have lost a few players, haven't they? Ivan Sanchez, Harley Dean. Yeah, so they've been pretty busy, haven't they? Thoughts on their current situation? I mean, in general, I know they've been doing like fan protests, haven't they, because of ownership and that. And I know parts of the ground is shut and it has been shut for quite some time. Yeah, I'd say it's business as usual, really. I think that's probably the best way of describing them. Oh, right. I thought it might have been. Right. It's the other Bakuna that played for Villa. Fair enough. If Burnley get a winger, then Burnley will stay up and a central mid. I mean, they always find a way, don't they, to survive? They always find a way to survive. It's going to be very interesting, really. I mean, they can suffer. Yeah, I mean, a Villa fan would say that. Based off, Newcastle being the richest club in the world, they should really survive. I think that's probably fair. It's a tough one. Norwich have obviously, they haven't signed anyone, but they've got the act together, haven't they? And Watford, they'll probably get for at least another 5 managers this season. So I don't see them surviving, to be honest. But who knows? I think we have a visitor coming. I think Raddad's going to come in for a bit, just to say hello to everyone. He can have his say on all of the transfers, of course. But yeah, anyway, I'll just wait for him to come in because there's no point in me starting anything at all. The club should be announcing transfer of Aubameyang. Okay, fair enough. That's an interesting signing for Barcelona. You shave your head if Newcastle survive. I mean, fair enough. We'll quote that. Yeah. Raddad, hello. Come in. You may know this guy. Hello.
Evening all.
Right.
We're incredibly well.
Yes. What are you here for then, Dad?
Well, I have some hastily scribbled notes here. Been watching you earlier. Hello, everybody. Hope we're all fine and dandy. The guy who's a bit dyslexic is very entertaining. Mike, very entertaining, mate.
I thought so. What?
Christian Eriksen. It's so good that A is okay after the Denmark Finland game and playing in the Prem, presumably with Brentford, is it?
Brentford.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's read. Hello to everybody.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Hazard.
Great.
Appreciate that very much.
What's that?
Just saying, he's been watching my channel for a while, so appreciate that.
Yeah. I was actually recognised at the City ground at the Barnsley game.
Yeah.
By Luke's mum. So, hello, Luke's mum, if you're watching. Hello, Luke.
Yeah.
Hope you're well. Charlie, hello, sir. How are you? Up the Villa. Oh, I said that out loud, didn't I? Forest fans saying that about Villa.
You mean it could be worse?
It could be worse, yes.
It could be a lot worse.
Yeah, we won't talk about the Cardiff game, but we beat them, and that's all that matters at the time.
Yeah.
So, yes, signings. Who have we got? The guy from Dijon. Has he definitely signed?
No.
The guy from Millwall, Wallace.
No, he's not going to come.
The guy from Stoke.
Have you not been watching my stream? I've just been saying we've got all these rumours and they haven't actually happened yet.
Well, flipping hurry up.
We need to hurry up. I mean,
by the way, Mike, I'm slightly dyslexic, so I do words mixed up and numbers, don't I?
Yeah, yes, you definitely do, to be fair. Yeah. You do. Would you like me to bring live news about all signings? I think that would be good, as you're obviously a chief scout way, going back to my FIFA days, of course. That's what you called yourself.
Great. Next time you're at the City ground, make yourself known to us, because I'd like us to meet and we can talk about all things Garibaldi Red.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure you might have a few things you want to talk to us about regarding that. Who's playing?
That is Portsmouth versus Charlton Athletic.
Portsmouth. You know, after the City ground, that's the most visited ground I've been to, Fratton Park. That's an interesting fact, isn't it?
Why? Why is that, then?
Because my best mate in the 80s was a huge Pompey fan. And when we weren't watching, because he lived in Woolerton, Notts, and we weren't watching Forest at home, we'd go down to Fratton Park, as well as Forest away matches.
Yes.
Mike, you really need to... I can't even say that. Gred, yes.
Yeah, fair enough, Mike. Fair enough. Yeah, I think Bray is more reliable.
I get chuffed that we're doing this again, because when was the last time you did a live stream?
Well, I mean, the last time I did one was July.
Right, that seems.
Well, the last time you won one was May, I think.
Who do Forest hate more, Leicester or Derby? Oh, Derby.
Mate, that's easy.
Derby, obviously, but you've made me say it.
That's easy.
I don't mind Leicester, although I do want to beat them in the cup.
I just say we will see a very clear difference. We went to Derby last week. It's Leicester this week. We'll see a very clear difference in how much we hate.
Yeah,
both
I mean,
teams.
the atmosphere with the game beginning with D was just electric. From the moment we sort of stood outside the Forest shop till the final whistle and then going back to County Hall where I parked my car, it was just electric. And I'm thinking we're going to get that to a certain degree. Sister Litty.
Yeah. I mean, I think it will be a bit more intense than other games, but it won't be anything like
let's
Derby.
hope it's better than the Cardiff game, because I think the Forest lads, I think they were asleep. I thought we've got to just turn up and get the 3 points, and we're thinking about the cup match anyway. I think a lot to do with it. Plus injuries, Worrell wasn't there. Lolly, we want Lolly back. We want Mighton back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with that.
Stoke game, right, Owen, okay. But anybody wants to meet us, we'll have a chat and talk about our team and how much we love the Reds.
Yes.
It is such a joy to see Cooper Man or Mr. Cooper transform our club like Cloughie did in the 70s.
I mean, you often compare him to Clough, don't you?
I think he's the best manager since Cloughie, yeah. And then prior to that, it was Billy Davis. He's doing things that Cloughie used to do.
I know it's a very big statement, but there's a lot of the logic behind that when you
Andrew,
look at how he's doing it.
Welcome from Australia. So it's 8:05 here. It must be 8:05 in the morning there, I'm guessing.
I agree with that. Yeah.
I think Leicester will be heated, but not the same level as the Derby. You're right, Luke. Yeah.
Heated,
yes. You see, that's my dyslexia coming through. I've not enjoyed football so much yet.
Yeah. Big sign. Who's that? Ali?
Danny Ali. Is that
Van der Beek? Yeah, that's a pretty mad signing.
Yeah, Everton. Oh, of course, Lampard as manager there now.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the right thing? Lampard going to?
I mean, I don't know. It looks weird with him and Everton top on, to be fair.
They didn't like Rafa, did they? Managing Everton football.
No, the issue with that is always, Woods, how you doing, mate?
Woods, hello, mate.
Hello. He was instantaneously going to be on the back foot, wasn't he?
Being an ex-Liverpool manager, yeah.
Tyler Walker. I love the fact that he's now not Everton manager, and he's even more of a Liverpool legend. I think that's pretty funny. I don't see
for Bournemouth on a permanent deal.
I don't see Lampard changing Everton too much. To be fair, even who knows? Who knows?
Yes, I would, Charlie. Yes, because I've suffered at school. I used to get so much stick because I thought I was stupid. I probably am stupid.
And I'm not much better, to be fair. But
Matthew, welcome. Hola from Argentina, was it?
I don't know. Where are you from,
South
Matthew?
American country. I do apologise if I got the wrong country. I know that's important. It is important. QPR fan, yeah.
Yeah. Vexatinho, quite a
Greenwood situation. He should be absolutely ashamed of himself and never play football professionally ever again, like Adam Johnson. Next.
Bit of a deep subject, really. But
check my previous message from Bray.
Check your previous message. Powerhouse striker, Kiefer Moore. I love the way you're delivering this, bro. Proper professional.
It's like Sky News, isn't it?
Powerhouse striker Kiefer Moore is signed for Bournemouth. I think that's a very good bit of business for Bournemouth. I mean, they're trying to sign everyone, like I mentioned earlier. Colombia.
I do apologise. I've got the wrong country. I mean, South America is quite a big place, but I do apologise. Colombia, yes, I'm sorry. But welcome anyway.
Yeah.
Who's the one from Argentina then?
That's Jermaine.
Yes, I'm sorry. Yes. Sorry. A year ago. That's German for sorry.
Okay. What players do you guys really want Forest to get before the window closes? Good question, Jimmy. I mean, like we've been saying, we've been linked with quite a few players.
Wallace.
I don't think it's going to happen.
I don't think it's going to happen. But I would like. I think he'd been an integral part of the team.
I mean,
bowler, yes, Pez.
Yeah, I mean, if we're being realistic, you do say what. Sorry, being in dream world, you say Wallace, but realistic, I think you probably said someone like Sturridge, who.
Sturridge, yeah.
Stoke is he? Sturridge, Dad. Not
Sturridge.
He's not Daniel.
Daniel Sturridge.
He's not Daniel. He's not Daniel. Would you be disappointed if you didn't get a bowler
over Jed?
I wouldn't be hugely disappointed, but if we do get him, then I'll be very happy because I think he's a great player.
Yeah.
Eli isn't a Forest player. Well, how are we going to survive? He's played an entire 0 seconds of football for Forest. What a pointless signing, seriously.
You mean a bit like a Watford manager? They sign him and then 10 minutes later they sign another manager.
I was saying, check Eli's Twitter. He's just doing as Luke says here.
See, I forgot what he looks like.
Yeah, okay. I'll get this up on screen. I think that's probably cool.
Fantastic signing for Salford City as former Pompey winger Luke Bolton joins.
Oh, I've heard of him.
It's very professional, Bray. The way you're presenting this, mate. Well done.
Yeah, he's left for playing a huge amount of football for us.
What's that about Boris Johnson? He wants to sign for who?
Prosecco
FC.
Yeah.
We won't go into politics because that's quite a sore subject with a lot of people.
I mean, that's just been announced there. That's Eli. I don't know whether Forest have announced it. That's what Eli has done anyway. I mean, yeah. add to the list of players that signed for Forest never played for us.
But what about the players that might leave? Anybody got any thoughts on that? Like Johnson, Worrell, do you think they'll go? Do you think they'll stay? I mean,
no, I don't.
Was it last week that Johnson had a Brentford offer? Yeah, and he turned it down, or we turned it down. Thoughts on Boris? Now, I don't want to get involved in politics, Charlie.
Well, Wall, he's been linked with West Ham before.
We did miss him on Sunday, though, didn't we?
He's been linked with West Ham before, but I mean, I don't see him going, particularly the fact that he's injured. So, I mean, I don't really know why they'd sign him. When will Eli's testimonial take place? Definitely needs to happen. Needs to happen.
Anytime now. We're going to play Barcelona for that.
Any chance that Forest could get into playoffs? Yes, big chance. Very, very big chance. It all depends on fitness of players, consistency. Which overall we've been very consistent in the Cooper, unlike the other type of consistent. We were very, very consistent under Houghton.
Yeah, but a lot of fine margins though.
But consistently bad. With Cooper, we're consistently good. So to answer your question, Matthew, I think we can. QPR, your team. I think I was going over all the teams, but I do think QPR, even within a very good chance. I personally would probably say playoffs is more likely for you, but if you can get top 2, then that's very good. That'd read them.
So I'm just checking your hastily scribbled notes.
Yes. I've not really been reading.
No.
Consistently very, very bad for Houghton. Yes.
Yes.
Bringing back awful memories.
Yeah. But we've got Mr. Cooper now, who I entrust implicitly. When I saw the team news on Sunday, I didn't agree with it. It should have been 3 at the back, but I thought, no, he knows what he's doing.
Yeah. I totally agree. Can't believe that Eli's gone. He was a crucial player in our promotion, plus will be missed. Yeah, club legend. A club legend.
Retire his number, what was his number?
5.
Retire that number.
He had a big number as well. Houghton's press conferences.
Look at the group chat ASAP.
Just copy and paste. Okay, Laquan. Bingers.
Will, welcome.
That's it.
Ben, welcome to you, sir.
Eli will go to Brazil. You could see it happening, couldn't you, really? I can't say I'm upset, can I?
I'm gutted, mate. Gutted that he's gone. Who is it again? Who are we talking about? Whoever we're talking about, I'm gutted.
At least it looks like we've missed out on Josh Bowler, apparently.
JW3, is that Italian? I think.
But they're here saying that he will sign for us. Looking increasingly likely, Blackpool winger Josh Bowler will sign for Forest today. Okay, I don't know. It's all up in the air, like deadline day normally is. Where do we even sign Eli? He was a free agent. I know he played, I think it was at AC Milan for a bit beforehand. But that didn't really improve us because he never played a game, did he? I don't know. Bowler is back and forth. You never know.
Oh, it is Italian. Yes, okay. JW.
Yeah, you know what?
J3W, sorry.
We've got Will Smith in the chat, by the way.
Will Smith, really? Will Smith.
Yeah.
I like him.
Can't wait for Drager's statement. Yeah, I mean, you could see him leaving, couldn't you?
Oh, really? Is it really in?
There, it is.
Fantastic.
You could see him leaving, couldn't you? Because like Eli, not played a minute, has he? So, they were both signed.
Oh, Bury fan, welcome.
At the very end, weren't they? Where's a Bury fan?
There.
Oh, hello. Yes, hello, Bury.
Very unfair what happened to your club, mate. The EFL should have supported you a lot more than they did. Allowed you time.
Yeah, Jeff Hendrick. I heard he is linked with Middlesbrough, but QPR as well. Okay, interesting. He's an ex-Derby player, so that's a shame.
So who have Newcastle signed within the last 24 hours?
They've tried to sign most players, really.
Everybody on the planet.
The sign, I can't pronounce his name. They signed a guy from Lyon.
Right.
In fact, I'll get it up on screen because that's meant to be the topic of the stream.
Is it?
How
long's that been going on then?
Not long.
So they've signed.
I'm getting it up on screen.
Okay, get it up on screen.
A lot of players. To be fair, so this is we're talking about both.
Both.
This guy for 38 million, pretty much.
Wood. Why did they sign Chris Wood from Burnley? That was Trippier,
Good bit of business.
Target, Turner, who's
no, that's not happened. Ignore that. That's just end of loan.
Got you right.
I mean, they've also loaned out Woodman to Bournemouth and obviously
Swansea goalkeeper. GK.
Target. That's at the end of the season. That's not actually happened yet. I don't know why they do that. But yeah, I mean, they're linked with quite a few players. To be fair to Newcastle. Rumour. Okay, thank you very much, Bray.
I was wondering how long Bray would get before he'd mention Reading. Okay.
It's suspected that there may be a sort of deal between Reading centre-back Liam Moore and Tom Ince. Interesting. There's a very interesting deal. But then again, you could see Moore leaving Reading, given the fact that they're not exactly doing the best, are they?
What's Will Smith's best movie? Or what's the one where you've got superpowers? Oh, I can't remember the name of the film. Guys, Will Smith films where he's got superpowers. What's that called?
I don't know, Dad.
Is that Dom?
Yeah, Dom.
Dom, hey up, mate.
Yeah, that isn't happening.
What's not happening?
I need context as to why Dom said that. So it was on Friday. Dom may have made a Twitter account. He may have got me to make a Twitter account to try and trick people into thinking that players were
Simon,
leaving.
welcome, mate.
And this shows people don't have any sense of humour when it comes to Forest, because there were quite horrible comments.
Oh, wasn't a Man City fan on earlier that said some derogatory remark?
Yeah. I mean,
the worst thing you could do is call us not Forest, to be honest. That really riles me.
You
just ignore it.
You won't be able to find a Twitter account because it's got 2 followers.
That many?
Yeah, that's Woods and Bray.
You know how many I've got?
That's Woods and Bray that's following. And yes, 40 people watching.
40. Welcome one and all to this thing that we're doing about transferring players.
Thanks very much, everyone. If you haven't already, please hit the like button on the stream.
Fox Norris, I can't even say.
Yeah.
Mike, you need to get yourself some help, mate.
If you haven't already, please hit the like button. Subscribe if you are new. We massively appreciated that. So yeah, thanks. Same with, we haven't done a stream in 6 months. It's pretty impressive. Thanks very much.
I've actually missed it, actually.
Brentford. Okay, I've never heard of that, to be fair, Brian.
Peanuts, welcome to you.
Interesting. I've never heard of him before, to be fair. Where he's doing all of our updates for us, seemingly. So, yeah, as he would do.
Oh, that's 1-0 to Char. Who's Char? Charlton Athletic, yes,
Charlton
I knew
Athletic.
that. What about Lyle Taylor going to Birmingham? And then a couple of days later, one of our strikers, Mr. Graben, presumably is now injured, and we're just down to one recognised striker, but we could use Bong as a striker.
Yeah. Thoughts on, I mean, that's not happening, J3W. So, don't really know what you're talking about.
It's not going to happen.
And scoring against Derby was the best part. Within 6 minutes, was it? 6 minutes. It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
It just had to be.
Yeah.
Do you think we'll get Wallace? No, I think that's more of a summer signing, to be fair. I mean, Millwall, from Millwall's point of view, it's got to be pretty frustrating because obviously they unless they were to somehow manage to give him a new contract, they're going to lose their best player for nothing. Whereas if they cashed in on him now, they would have got maybe 10 million for Jeb Wallace. So I don't really know. I don't know why.
He's on tour. Welcome, Brentford fan. Yeah, you've got a good player there, haven't you, Mr. Eriksson? I'm so glad he's back playing football and he's well.
Pretty mental to see him at Brentford.
But he's in the Prem.
But it's great to see him actually being able to play again, you know?
Yeah. I mean, you could get yourself back in the Danish squad, I presume.
Yeah.
World Cup qualifiers coming up.
No, he will 100%, I think, play for
No, not World Cup qualifiers. What are we talking about?
With the World Cup itself, you mean?
The World Cup itself, yes.
Dele Alli will be an Everton player, not announced. However, Sky Sports have made it clear. There you go. Bray with the breaking news updates, as always. Will you go to any away games this season? It's all but certainly unlikely. That wasn't the best structure, really, was it? But probably means no. I mean, it would be cool to, but it's, I mean, why don't you go to any away games, Dad? You're probably best to explain that.
Why don't we?
Yeah.
Well, one, it's the expense, and two, other commitments. I know we should go, and we will go to games, a bit nearer, like go do Birmingham, can't we?
Stoke,
that's what's from Stoke from here, 40 miles. Same with Birmingham, that's probably 50. We can do the more nearer games.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind doing a few, but
yes, we will. Yes, but it does. Yeah, and I know loads of Forest fans do.
Really for me, all I want to do is just go to home matches, but away games would be great as well.
Away games would be good, yeah.
It doesn't really bother me that I can't, because I do home reactions and people enjoy that as well. So thanks very much, Callum.
Hello, mate.
Shabadua, that is. If you probably wouldn't know that.
Is he a Leicester fan?
Yes, he is.
Welcome, Leicester City fans.
Good luck Sunday. Yeah, we have to beat you, unfortunately.
Let's do a prediction now, David, for Sunday. I think 1-0 Forest.
You can see it happening, honestly.
Well, if they can beat Arsenal, they can certainly beat Leicester. Get Leicester on an off day.
Yes, we are. I'm very excited for that.
We are going, yes.
We'll be joined, if you've watched my channel before, by Mauro, Man United fan, unfortunately. So we're going to be educating him, proper football.
Birmingham fan. Welcome, Mr. Birmingham. You've got a good striker there in Mr. Taylor.
Yeah. Anyway, let's answer the predictions. Leicester this season have either been amazing or terrible, so you don't really know what you're going to get from them. No. So I think we'll either beat them or maybe lose heavily. You never know. But if we can beat Arsenal, they were on good form at the time.
Well, they were fourth at the time, weren't they?
We could beat Leicester.
There's a question there from Matt.
So I think why not 1-0 Forest? Why not? Matthew. Okay, I've never heard of that transfer.
Mets to where?
Barnsley.
That's a culture shock for the lad, isn't it? I haven't heard of him, Matt. No, sorry.
So I'm just seeing if I've missed any comments. Apologies if I have, everyone.
Well, I do like to greet other supporters as they come on.
Palace set to sign him from Derby. I don't want to say his name wrong. Being as the Birmingham fan, we've actually already mentioned Birmingham, but being as a Birmingham fan's asked, we'll talk about Birmingham just quickly again, being as you're here. But like I say, if anyone is new to the channel, then please, of course, just hit the subscribe button, like the stream. Very much appreciated if you can do that. But yeah, Birmingham's transfers, pretty interesting, really. Very heavy on the loan front, really. Bakuna, when I did this earlier, I thought it was the one from Villa, but it previously played for Villa, but it isn't. It's one from Rangers. Hernandez, if you remember, he tore Forest apart when he played for Borough at Boxing Day.
Oh, him. Right,
yeah, he's on loan this time to Birmingham. And obviously, Lyle Taylor, we all know about him.
Lyle Taylor, yeah, good lad.
But yeah,
I'd have held on to him, to be honest.
To answer your question, I think you've done. I know it's pretty heavy on the loan front, but you've done some pretty good business. So fair. I know it's not the best off the pitch and in general at Birmingham, but not a bad bit of transfer business to me.
On a Tom Lawrence Messi swap, that's bound to be on the cards, isn't it?
A donation. Thank you very much. Pez, thanks very much, mate. Appreciate that. Don't get donations very often, so appreciate it. £1.
Every little helps.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
Some company ought to use that as its slogan.
Really?
Oh yeah. Give it a go.
Thoughts on Tom Lawrence Messi swap deal?
With a £5 in the bank.
I think that's quite a realistic deal, to be honest. But Barcelona are going to PSG going to significantly weaken themselves by signing that.
Just said you can track your son to a can of Coke, Diet Coke, and you knew some Leicester. Oh, phenomenal one, Leicester City fan. Welcome.
Good to see you in here. Thanks so much. We'll have a look at the Leicester page. I'm not going to go over every club, but I'll get Leicester up.
I think you should, because we're playing them next and they are local. And Leicester from here is about 25 miles away.
There we go. It's not been the most active.
A lot of activity at the moment.
To be honest,
from
we'll get it up on screen.
Mr.
Regardless, it's
what have they got?
No new players in, and you've got rid of Benkovic to Udinese.
Well, there's still plenty of time.
Yeah, you've got about 3 hours to sign someone.
Little help to Asda.
Okay. I mean, yeah, it's not the busiest. I don't know about rumours, to be fair, but I do know that
It is now officially left us. Oh, damn.
Gutting.
We ought to wear black armbands on Sunday because of that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, and he is on Leicester losing to Forest. Yes, that's a good comeback, Dom. Typical
Alex.
Leicester. Yes. Hey, thanks
Welcome.
very much. Thanks very much, Alex. £2 donation. Yeah, thanks very much. I don't expect donations, but if you are willing to do that,
thanks for watching our vids on reactions at the Forest ground, City ground.
Yeah, appreciate it.
I certainly enjoy it. David certainly does, and yes.
Thanks very much for that. Yeah, if you are able to donate again with Nick, again, it's fantastic to see that. Then feel free, but don't feel like you have to. But appreciate it. Question from Luke: which deadline day is better, summer transfer window or January? For me, it's January. Well, I mean, the summer's longer, isn't it? But January is a little bit more hectic because you're trying to scramble around midway through the season for players. Yeah. So I probably would say January, to be honest, because it's shorter. You've got less time as a result. So yeah, interesting question actually. In the comments, what do people think about that one? Just think it's a bit of a different question, really. So has anyone got a clue what Eli was for?
I know.
What?
He used to sell the programs on the corner of the City ground.
Ah, right.
Yeah.
Right. Even though he couldn't speak English, from what I know, so he would have just stood there and nodded or something.
Read over the car reviews. I've already been reviewing cars. When did I do that?
Are you misreading something? Oh, right. Oh, I think he means when I started my vlogs. When
in the Raddabmobile.
That must be it.
Laquan calls it the Raddabmobile, and I quite like that.
Yeah.
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 We travel along the A453 and we do our predictions. Not always, I always park in County Hall car park and we do our predictions there because we have to queue to get out.
Have you heard? Yes. We spoke about it at the start and throughout, to be fair, about Sam Surridge. I mean, Forest will announce someone, but we're really leaving it late. We've got 3 hours.
Get a move on.
We got, if the rumours are true, not so sure about Bowler. It's very 50-50, but there's Surridge and Panzo that are linked with us. But then again, last in summer we announced Spence, Silver, a Hayder all at the last minute. So who knows?
Yeah, Owen's gonna offer to meet up.
Yep, feel free, Owen.
Yeah, welcome, Owen.
It'll be good to see you.
Have a chat. Yeah, Ramsey gone to Rangers. That's a good move for them.
200k a week there at Rangers.
How is he going to manage on 200k a week?
Only 200k a week.
Oh, God, he must be having to go on benefits and shop at Lidl or as Aldi.
Jed Steer.
Drives a Nissan Micra. There's another car I've just mentioned.
Jed Steer to Luton. I think that's a great bit of business. It's a safe pair of hands, really, isn't it? I think the Celta to Villarreal, going back to Spain, he did well in the Liga before, so maybe that might be a good bit of business for them. But Hayder was a free agent. Or was he? Didn't even know. I'm sure. Okay, I didn't even know that. I mean, Hayder's been all right, hasn't he? Whenever he's played, but he's not played a huge amount. But
but when he's played, he has been trying.
Yeah. I mean, he does play.
How's that?
Obviously for Paraguay.
Oh, he's the Paraguayan lad, right? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's a Hayder.
Yeah, I know what you mean now. Yeah, but when I've seen him play, he has tried. You can't knock him for that.
Yeah, I agree. I think we will get. I think Jed Wallace is definitely more of a summer one. If you can get him for 3, for free, more like, you can't really complain. 2 hours 30 minutes left.
So the paperwork's got to be in at 11. I thought it could go.
I
thought if a deal was in motion, sort of, it goes past midnight, they can sort of like, I've started, so I'll finish, sort of thing. I didn't know that.
No, the paperwork has to be done before 11. But you like we announced Spence after the deadline. It was the day afterwards. So you never know.
Thoughts on
Silver? he has everything but finishing. I think that's the best way to put
the
him.
chance he
really.
missed against Barnsley, was it? And the chance he missed against Cardiff. I could have scored, and I've got a dodgy leg. Can you apply for an extra? I'm not sure.
What do you mean?
If a deal's happening, it goes past. Can you leave it till 1 a.m?
Yeah.
Thought somebody Dembele to Chelsea and
Bentancur.
Oh, I thought I said Bentner then, because he was a bad signing for us.
I mean, Bentancur, from what I've seen of him, is a great player. I think that's really going to help Spurs' midfield because they probably did need one. Dembele to Chelsea. I mean, I think Chelsea just sign players like that for the sake of it. Is there a winger that Chelsea don't have? Like, they've got loads of them. So, don't really understand that one. But then again, he'll be injured most of the time, won't he, Dembele? Anyway, yeah, I agree with that, Luke. If Silva had end product, he would be top class.
Yeah, he would, Luke. You're right. Yeah.
That.
Yeah. I mean, he got into the position. All he had to do is keep the ball down.
He's skillful. He's pretty pacey.
Is he a striker or is he a winger?
Both, really. He's more of a winger, though, isn't he?
Yeah.
So, yeah, they haven't. We kept Todd Johnson, haven't we? So, I love the way Bray's doing all these comments. As long as the paperwork is signed and filled officially before the deadline, they can make it in time.
Okay, I didn't know that. Thanks, Bray. Johnson, they haven't got yet. No, Simon, you're right.
Do you think we'll sign Zink or Lowe? I think we'll sign Lowe.
Yes.
I think that's going to happen.
Yeah.
I think Zink's 50-50. Don't think Garner. I think Garner potentially we could have another loan, maybe.
Yeah.
Possibly.
I'd like to think we can sign both of them, to be honest.
I think Davis will sign. Early days, I know, but I think he'll sign.
Mbappe to Real Madrid.
And obviously Spence, it's going to take promotion to convince him.
We have got to keep Spence.
I think promotion is the only thing that will keep him.
Yeah.
Mbappe has been linked with them for quite a few times. Again, Mike back at it with doing the backward spelling. I think his main position is striker, but he suits the wing. Yeah. In reference to Silva.
Yeah. He does. Yeah. Breaking news.
Siriki
for AFC Bournemouth.
Siriki, we saw him play for Peterborough.
Oh, him.
I mean that's basically relegated Peterborough, hasn't it? Really?
Is it 4:00 on Sunday? Kickoff.
Yes.
It is. It's 4:00.
It is. I mean, talking a bit. We'll just go to Peterborough, being as we just mentioned them. I mean, losing obviously Dembele is huge for them. I mean, what do you think of that, everyone? Dembele going to Bournemouth. I mean, Bournemouth have been linked with so many players. They've been linked with Cantwell as well. They've just signed Woodman. They've got Nat Phillips from Liverpool as well. So they've been pretty busy, haven't they? I just get it up on screen. Peterborough's transfer business. Interesting. I don't know much about any of those, to be honest, apart from I've heard of Mumba from Norwich, but I don't know that much about them. So if there is a Peterborough fan watching, what do you think about your business? You've been pretty busy. I wish I could talk English. We've been pretty busy, haven't we?
Well, we've got somebody from Kings Lynn and Spalding United, so watch out.
They're definitely going to win the league. Out again, they've lost a few players, though, haven't they? And this hasn't updated, but Dembele, according to Luke at least, has officially gone to Bournemouth. Anyway, a few more comments.
Because they just quit. Aaron Ramsey's loan forward. Thoughts on Ramsey to Rangers? I think that's good for the club and for the player, but I do like Ramsey.
I mean, to get someone like that in Scotland is pretty big, isn't it?
Top player.
Yeah, I agree. Peter was basically just relegated.
I would have thought he'd have gone to Newcastle, actually.
Top 6 predictions. Fulham, Bournemouth, QPR, Blackburn, Middlesbrough, Forest.
Well done.
Said it.
Well done.
Said it. What do you think?
Yeah, exactly that. Lingard State Man U. I thought he did well at West Ham, and I really thought he would have stopped there.
Maybe they're keeping him because of the thing with Greenwood, potentially.
Yeah. Too many Phils has just said about signing too many players. Bournemouth signing too many players. They all don't know each other. They haven't got time to get to know each other. I mean, that happened to us, didn't it? We signed players like it's going out of fashion.
With the top 6 predictions, I think the only of the teams that have a proper shout, I think Stoke do. Huddersfield, I think they're a real underdog. Not even underdog. I think they're a threat to get it because they've been really good this season.
Yeah.
You know, when they played Forest, if any Huddersfield fans watching, they're going to be triggered by this, but they're just the kings at time wasting. Basically,
yeah. Of all the matches I've seen at the City Ground, Huddersfield win the award for time wasting.
No, I'm not on here until midnight. I don't really know when I'm going to fit. I was just going to do about an hour or so. We're at that now, but I'll keep going a bit longer. Just doing a general chat about transfers, really.
General transfer chit chat and about Forest and other things football related.
But yeah, I think if Sheffield United can be really consistent, they could get potentially top 6. But I think it's a bit of a long shot, to be honest. Luke's gone for Fulham, Bournemouth, Blackburn, QPR, Borough, and Forest. So yeah, the same as me, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think anyone thought Blackburn would be in this conversation.
No, I didn't know, but they have got.
Because really, you look at their. I saw a stat about them earlier. Brereton scored about 40% of their goals this season. So, you know, that just proves that he's Premier League quality. So without him, I don't know where they'd be, but they wouldn't be where they are. However, you saw their game against Middlesbrough the other week, about a week ago. They didn't have Brereton and they played really well and won. So it does show that they are a good team regardless, really, doesn't it?
Burnley have signed somebody else.
No, that's Wenger. That's the same guy.
Oh, yeah, okay, right.
Weghorst from Wolfsburg. I mean, if they get relegated, that's going to look a little bit stupid. If it were on him, to be honest. But I suppose it's the Premier League attraction.
Best and worst signings of the window so far. What's the best signing so far?
What, in general? I mean,
yeah. Dele Alli going to.
I don't think that's the best signing.
It's not the best, is it?
I think, he's on the thumbnail. I think Coutinho might be up there with an option.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a pretty
Kiefer Moore has gone to Bournemouth. I like him.
Worst signing. It's a bit difficult to say, really, isn't it?
Wood.
He's not a bad player,
He's not a bad player. I just can't understand why Newcastle signed him.
Best and worst signing of the window. Yeah, I mean, let me know in the comments, everyone. That's something we could start a debate. What's your favourite? What's the best and worst signing in your opinion of the whole window?
That's a whole subject all on its own, isn't it?
Not Gale, please. I can't stand him. Yeah. Well, we have been linked with Dwight Gale probably every single transfer window for the last.
I don't want Gale. No.
Before he was even a player.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't want him. I mean, can Forest please announce someone? I'd appreciate it.
Yeah, Trippier. That's a good signing.
Yeah, Yeah, I agree. It's a good bit of business. You know, I mean, he's swapped.
It's a Birmingham mistake. It is because,
yeah.
As it stands now, Mr. P, we've only got one actual striker, and that's Mr. Davis. So, and if he gets suspended or injured, then what have we got?
I mean, it's not even like Wood's going to.
Oh, the lad from Stoke.
It's not even like he's going to play, is he? Loads. Chris Wood at Newcastle, like they got Wilson, haven't they?
Yeah.
And Jolinton can play up there, I think. So,
yeah, he has signed with. He has worked with Cooper before, but I think Mr. Cooper has all the signings. He has got connections to all the lads he signed, or he's aware of them, worked with them.
Watford want Dean Henderson on loan. That would be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he was in the Premier League, wasn't he, with Sheffield? Obviously, in their first year.
Manager. Oh, it's Roy, isn't it? Yeah.
Who is Watford manager?
At the moment, yeah. I mean, it could change.
Moment, probably...
I mean, by the end of this evening, they could have a new manager.
Robert's at it now. Everyone's putting names in the chat the wrong way around. What's going on? What's going on, everyone?
Robert, welcome. I have predicted a 1-0 score, by the way, for this Sunday's match against Leicester.
Read your last comment. Yeah, this is what Owen said. Fulham, Blackburn, QPR, Bournemouth, Forest. Interesting. That's your top 6.
Hmm.
In that order, meaning we will play QPR in the playoffs and Bournemouth will play Middlesbrough.
I think if we were to play Bournemouth in the playoffs, I'd be confident about that.
Well, I mean, you look at the. Let's get it up again. If you look at the teams, like, Fulham beat us 4-0, Blackburn beat us 2-1, Bournemouth beat us 2-1, and we drew with QPR, and we lost both times to Middlesbrough.
Middlesbrough did a double over us.
It's not encouraging when you look at it like that. But then again, Blackburn and Bournemouth were with Chris Hughton as manager, so you can't really count that.
I don't always predict 1-0, but nearly always. I mean, I did 3-0 the other night, didn't I, against Barnsley. MK Dons have completed the signing of Leighton Orient, 23-year-old attacking Dan Kemp.
Forest, Blackburn, Bournemouth, QPR. Fulham, and then Forest and Borough. Yeah, I could see that happening, to be fair. Bowler scored versus Fulham and hit the crossbar. Yeah, I saw that game, actually. It's pretty good. He ran. I put it in my transfer video I did last week. He ran from pretty much the halfway line on his own and scored, which was a pretty mad goal.
And that's put Fulham, Blackburn, Bournemouth, QPR, West Brom, us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So Woods has just messaged me. He's obviously out on Rads cast. You haven't seen that already. He's just saying the stadium lights are on at the City Ground, which wouldn't normally happen, would it? So is that a signing being, done or something? Interesting. Yeah, I think someone is coming. NFFC have completed the signing, says Bray. Well, we have to trust Bray, don't we? Why have you put my full name, Luke?
No, he hasn't. He's put David.
Oh, sorry, I misread that.
Raddad. Right. It looks like Radford, doesn't it?
Yeah, fair enough.
Anton Karanka's Forest manager. Yeah, he was okay.
I liked Karanka, and I thought he was very harshly treated.
He was, yeah. He got bamboozled out in the end.
And it was him leaving that ruined Carvalho, in my opinion. Not entirely, but I think that was one of the reasons.
Well, like Simon just very kindly pointed out, at least we haven't lost Gartang Bong.
We've done a good job this window of getting rid of more deadwood like Jenkinson and players that needed to be playing more like Taylor. But not getting rid of Bong and Arta, yeah, that's the only deadwood, in my opinion, that we've still got in the club, which really ain't bad compared to where we were. Apparently, we're not getting Jeb Wallace. I've seen that you guys are happy about that. Did you want him? Yeah, to be honest, yeah, he would have been great.
I presume, Cody, you're a Borough fan, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I mean, I would have definitely taken.
Oh yeah,
definitely. Yeah. I think we'll get him in the summer, as I said earlier. I think we'll get him in the summer. Have we signed him? Have we signed him, Bray? I haven't seen Forrest tweet about it.
Not to want to get rid of Bong, but you and Dom hate me. Do you?
That's not confirmed. Tom's, I know him away from you.
Oh, it's Tom, is it? Right,
yeah.
Okay. Tom, that's not true, mate. Move on.
We really need to be looking at other options.
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
Fabio Carvalho, this is an interesting one. Having a medical with Liverpool, apparently. But he'll go back to Fulham on loan first of the season.
Okay.
I think this is another case of a club, a top player going to a big club, and then it just won't play. But we'll see.
What's limbs mean again?
Scenes. Mad.
Right, okay.
Last minute goal. Okay, mental scenes.
I've seen it. I've seen it on Door's thing, yours, and I've heard people say it at work, and I don't know what it means. But I do now. Getting rid of Taylor for Sam Surridge is crazy. Yeah, it is.
Dad, just say Sturridge, but don't use the T at the start. Surridge,
but don't use the T at the start is crazy. I hope Cooper knows something that we don't. Yeah, I think he does. Samsung J3. I think he does.
Well, he did.
I do trust him.
The bonus in Surridge compared to Taylor is he's younger, isn't he? So
yeah,
you gotta...
Doncaster on tour. Hello, mate. Welcome.
I don't think it's been too dead, to be fair, Rocket League gamer. It's not been a really bad deadline day. I mean, I suppose there's been other ones that have been better, but
what is the latest with Grabs? Is he definitely out?
Well, we don't know.
We don't know, do we? No.
Same with Cook. You know,
Cook. Yeah. I mean, what a player! He's playing for Forest like he's been wearing that shirt, that red shirt, for years. And how many games he's played now? 4 or 5, is it?
Got 2 goals as well.
It's like he's been here playing like he's been here for years. What we're looking at now?
I'm just looking through some of these. I was just going to look at some of the other transfers. How many you think is going to come in? 2 or 3 signings for Forest? I think they're going to get Panzo and Surridge. I don't think we're going to get Bowler.
Eddie Neddy. What does that mean, Bury fan? Is that a Doncaster thing?
Oh, they're talking. Yeah. He's talking to Doncaster fan. Yeah, I mean, apparently Panzo is at a medical. He's completed it, and I don't know about Surridge. I don't think. I mean, like you say, Nick, they've both played under Cooper before, but I don't think we're going to get Bowler, to be fair. And I wouldn't complain if we did.
No.
Bradford, okay. More transfer news here from Bray.
1-0 predictions to history. Well, I'll start predicting 2-0 then.
Yeah, he did. Robert. I don't think he would have played for them, but he was one of the many players that Chelsea produced that didn't play. But he was part of their academy. Played for England's youth teams as well.
Offers turned down.
Was it? Okay.
Oh.
Well, I've also seen another thing saying he's had a medical past. So, you know, it's all up in the air, isn't it? We have to wait and see about that. But yeah, I mean, I think what we'll do, we'll just have a look through some of all the transfers. We'll go through the Championship, I think, and we'll just have a look through. So looking at Blackburn, I mentioned them earlier on. Hedges, I know a bit about him. It's a pretty good signing for Blackburn, but to be fair, I don't know much about these two. So we'll have to see what happens with right winger and a right back. And I think the biggest signing of the window really for Blackburn is the fact that they haven't lost Ben Brereton. He's already got to be the biggest.
I'm surprised somebody hasn't made an offer for him, because playing for Chile has really helped his career.
And
21-year-old could be joining the Reds side from the River Trent.
So Bray's also now saying that Panzo move is in doubt for Forest. Okay. I don't think it would be a disaster if we don't get him, because we have centre backs. And I think Figs is being a little bit harshly treated, to be fair.
I would hang on to Figs.
Not that he's not an unbelievable option.
No, but you know, it's like getting rid of Taylor. He wasn't an unbelievable option, but he's now gone, and now we're going to struggle. Yeah. And that's likewise with the centre half.
Yeah, looking at Bristol City, I'm just going to go over some of the more significant names. Tim Closer, I know he used to play for Norwich. He's gone now as a centre back, and they've also loaned out. Is that Bakinson, I think, to Ipswich? Young guy, obviously. So a bit of a quiet window. Ashton Gate, really. Any more comments? Have you seen Fabrizio on Sky Sports? Yeah, I've had Sky on a lot today. Obviously, given.
Can you put that on now? So they put Portsmouth back?
Yeah, I thought it was on, but it's just gone to
the transfer show.
Portsmouth.
That's obviously. I think that's what Bray must be watching.
Yeah, but certainly.
So Aubameyang has gone to Barca. Is that right? Okay.
Yeah. Obviously, we know about Cardiff with Jordan Hugill. Obviously got quite a good impact.
Oh, the lad from Norwich. Yeah, he scored because of McKenna's.
I think Doherty did well yesterday for Cardiff, and so did Dramer from Leeds.
Yeah.
So, fair play to both of those two.
Yeah, absolutely.
They did well. They've also unfortunately lost Ryan Giles, who was on loan. They tried to get him back, but looks like
Cardiff manager?
That isn't going to happen. Steve
Morrison, yeah.
Off topic, but obviously you may have seen Neil Harris is now Gillingham manager, and he was managing Cardiff last year. So a bit of a step down, really.
Plymouth City.
Thanks very much, Simon. Probably won't be here at 11, but appreciate it for being here. It's a Frank Lampard contract at Everton until 2024. Whether he'll be there or not that long is another question. Coventry, I think Jake Bidwell's a brilliant bit of business. Obviously with Swansea for quite a while. So very good sign for free as well.
Free transfer,
It's excellent stuff. Obviously, they've loaned out Tyler Walker. Obviously, Forest will know about him. And obviously, they managed to keep Callum O'Hare as well, who signed a new deal, was obviously one of their best players. Looks a bit like Jack Grealish. This lot, obviously, they've not been able to sign anyone, unfortunately for them.
Jagielka's gone
to Stoke.
Oh, has he? What, recently or just
this
now?
window?
Right.
Shinnie, I think this is insane that they've sold him for £32,000. They sold one of their best players for a wage, basically. That says everything about the state of Derby, really, doesn't it? They've also got David Marshall.
So why has Jagielka got the Polish flag next to the England flag?
Presumably he's got ties to Poland.
Right, okay. Oh, like Cash?
Yeah. No, we're not playing tomorrow. Doncaster on tour. Got Leicester at the weekend, though, in the FA Cup. So let's get Derby off the screen. No one cares. Fulham, no new arrivals, but they have loaned out the one and only Cyrus Christie to Swansea. But from what
player he was,
from what I've seen, it's actually done pretty well for them. So it could be a good deal. Huddersfield, I'm not going to say his name, but this guy's meant to be very good. Seen quite a few big things said about him on loan from Chelsea. So Blackman as well, someone that's been around for quite a while. So some interesting business there from Huddersfield. Haven't really lost anyone major, have they, really? Hull, obviously, they've got new owners now. So they've been pretty busy. Well, they haven't actually. They've only signed 2 players. They've also got rid of Josh Magnus from Wigan. Owen's excited. So if he signs someone, let's check Twitter. I think we ought to check Twitter, really. Josh Bowler looks like he is coming to Forest. Okay, right. And you have messaged me on Twitter with a link, so hopefully you have got something about that. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, Nick just said they're leaving the lights on to make an announcement. Okay.
Oh, but certainly. I've seen visual proof of that as well, so hopefully that does actually happen.
You read?
As Nick just pointed out. Tang Bong could have bought 3 Graham Shinnies with his weekly wages.
I mean, I'd love it, You're on the bench, you get paid a huge amount of money, and then you go home after the match.
As we're mentioning, Jed Steer, I think that's a very good bit of business from Luton, because they've also lost Schluger to Bulgaria, Ludogorets. I was never really a big fan of Schluger whenever I saw him play, because I remember against Forest, actually, a few years ago, he had a bit of a nightmare against us. Any other business? Obviously, Boer got Riley McGree. Boer have been very busy. Riley McGree, in fact, some brilliant business. Connolly, Balogun, obviously a player that Forest were linked with, Balogun. Really gone for it when it comes to attacking options. When it's Connolly and Balogun, and McGree is a very good talent. He was at Birmingham, if you didn't know that before this. Any other business? Obviously, they lost Hernandez, but he wasn't actually their player, was he? Any other comments? Knowing us, we will announce both our signings. Don't you mean 10:59, Luke? But I get your point. Late on. Can we just sell Bong, please? Can we just do that? Just announce that he's no longer a Forest player.
Bong is a legend in his own lunchtime. You know that. No, we don't actually.
This is such a Forest thing to do. Leaving it really late to do these transfers. Yes, Josh Bird is very close to a move to Forest. He is waiting to sign in Nottingham, but the move will not go through unless Morgan Rogers goes to Blackpool. Interesting.
Very.
Yes. To confirm, Luke did mean 10:59, but I get your point. Any other business? This is one of the best signings I've ever seen. Oliver Burke to Millwall. That is going to put fear into the opposition. I
liked him when he was with us.
Someone that has really ruined his career since he left us, quite frankly. Yeah. Matt Smith to Salford. That's mental. I'm pleased because he can't score against us now, because he used to score against us all the time, Matt Smith.
Yeah.
This season, in fact, he scored against us. Weird transfer. We know about this team pretty well. Larea, Cook, Davis. I think it's been a brilliant window. If we can get him, obviously Bowler or any of the players we've been linked with, it'll be even better, won't it? If we could add Arter to this list, then I'd appreciate it. We don't know the FIFA Carvalho. Getting rid of Jenkinson and Taylor. Some might say we probably shouldn't have lost Taylor. And another donation. Thanks very much, Alex, with the £1. Massively appreciated
cheers,
for that.
Mate. Well done.
And like I say, if you feel you can donate, then please do it, but don't feel like you have to. But obviously, it's always appreciated if you do. Bit about Doncaster from Doncaster on tour. I know you're having a pretty wretched season, aren't you, in the League One? Doncaster's finished with the window now. We're probably going to just be building for League Two. It'll be a miracle if he can stay up. Yeah, it's been a pretty horrible season, hasn't it, from what I've seen about Doncaster being bottom of League One.
Good ground as well. Nice little ground.
It is reported he's going to be announced at 9. Okay, hopefully, well, if he is, then I'll put him up on the stream as well. Just going over the rest of the transfers, we've already done Peterborough, Preston. Just quietly going about their business this season on the pitch. I don't, the story behind Diaby, but you can see he got into a bit of trouble. I think that was something to do with fitness or a medical test or something.
Right.
Ali, don't quote me on that. Archer, a young lad from Villa on loan. If Charlie's still here, what do you think of that, Charlie? I don't think he is, though. Lost quite a few players on loan, as well as Connor Wickham going out as well. Marshall coming in to QPR. I've lost count of the amount of clubs he's played for, David Marshall. Obviously from Derby, that. And obviously they've lost. I'm surprised they've loaned out Device, I think that is. Interesting.
Dusseldorf.
Reading obviously can't sign anyone apart from this
Andy Carroll.
He's gone.
He's gone, hasn't he?
Yeah.
He's not at Reading anymore.
That means I don't know why he's there, because that isn't a January transfer.
Does he want to play for every Championship club there is?
I mean, I don't get.
West Brom. I was trying to think who he'd gone to.
Really weird that. Charlie Good from Brentford has gone to Sheffield United. Davis as well. Obviously, I saw that earlier as well. Actually, this is a really weird transfer. Muset to Salanan Panama, I think that is.
Yeah.
Probably butchered that. Olsen's also left. Burke as well. But what a weird transfer that is. And they spent a lot of money on Muset as well at the time. Obviously, Jagielka coming in at Stoke. Stoke have done quite a bit of business, haven't they? Howard Bellis from City, a good young player. And we're seeing here Danny Baffer's left as well. Swansea, it's been Hansel Wolf. That is some amazing business, really. A bit of I think a wonder kid. He has been a wonder kid in the past.
Yeah.
He was. Have you heard of him?
I've heard of him. Yeah.
He was at Leipzig. He's actually on loan from Mönchengladbach at the moment. Arsenal have signed Colorado Rapids defender Tristy. Is that interesting name? They loan him straight back. Interesting. Liverpool chasing Fabio Carvalho. All sorts going on, as it would be on deadline day. Just a few more players we can go over here. Obviously, they've loaned out Cooper, which is an interesting one. I wouldn't have expected that. Cullen, I know he scored against Forest when they beat us last season in the Cup. And Whittaker as well, seen that ex-Derby player, unfortunately for him. West Brom, is this the last team? Yeah, Dyke. You mentioned this earlier, actually. West Brom, and obviously Hugo. So, that is the Championship.
Pretty much covered.
Just thought probably the best way to go over it. There probably will be a couple more added there as well. Okay, it's 9 o'clock. Apparently there should be someone announced at 9 o'clock. So let's just hope that is the case. I mean, we haven't got a tweet or anything yet, believe it or not, on Twitter.
So who have we got actually officially?
What, overall?
A done deal.
Today or overall?
Well, today.
No one.
No one as definite yet, but we're nearly there.
Yeah, well, we have confirmed one thing that, as we said, Forest have now confirmed that Eli has left the club after a mighty 0 appearances.
Well, yeah. What a player.
What was the point? What was the point?
Absolutely no point whatsoever.
He might have been an absolute world beater for all we know. He might have been absolutely terrible. Like no one knows. No one knows. Like, really makes no sense.
It's the same with every club. There's always something in the background that we as fans will never know. It's just how it is.
Please, Forest, can we announce someone now? What are your thoughts on Surridge? Well, as I was mentioning earlier, I think it'd be a good bit of business. We have seen a few Forest fans saying that, well, he hasn't got the best record, but we said this about Keenan Davis, and he's done very well for us.
Yeah, give him the benefit of the doubt. You know, not just one game, a few games, but Davis he seems to have settled in. He's perfect for us. Typical centre forward, battering his way through,
and he's worked with Cooper before.
Yeah,
I think that's probably the biggest thing about
Cooper connection. You see, all these players, I think they've got a connection with Cooper of some way.
And you've seen how Cooper has been getting the best out of players this season that were struggling before he was here. You know, the likes of
Donny the Big joined Everton,
Grabban, Colback, you know, Yates, even the best players like Wall. I think Wall's got better as well. So I think, yeah, good signing. Not sure whether you're a Forest fan or a Stoke fan, but yeah, I think it should be good. Okay, so DRB was actually a doping ban, as it turns out.
Okay, thanks, Nick.
Fair enough.
But again, you know, it serves him right.
It does.
There's the Ericsson shirt. Look, so glad he's playing again.
It's excellent to see him playing again, really.
1 hour, 58 minutes to go. Counting.
Mm-hmm. Stoke have announced the departure of a young goalkeeper to AFC Wimbledon. Wow, I mean, that's the breaking transfer news of the day, really.
Yes, welcome, fellow Red.
Good to
Reds.
see. Forest have not announced the signing on the hour. Yes, maybe postponed until 9:30. Yeah, probably will be, to be fair. Thoughts?
Yep.
We were meant to be signing at 9. Yeah, as Bray just said, it's probably going to be postponed a bit longer.
Just to sort of keep it going a bit longer.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So if anyone's got any questions, I think we'll keep going a little bit longer for, I don't know, 20 odd minutes or something. And
what have Man City done? I haven't heard them mentioned.
They've signed. Well, you can actually go over the Premier League if you want.
Let's do the Prem.
They signed a guy from River Plate.
River Plate, that is Argentina.
Yes, I believe.
It is.
A striker, but he's been loaned back there, so he'll actually play next season.
Okay, that happens.
Anyway, I don't know we cover the big league on this channel, but we'll talk about Arsenal for a bit here.
So that's the guy from Colorado who just signed Trusty,
yeah, as we just mentioned.
Yeah.
Maitland-Niles has gone out on loan to Roma. Kolasinac. Chambers has gone to Villa, which I think is a really weird one. Not a bad signing.
Good for Villa, though.
Yeah. Mary's gone. He didn't really do that much, did he?
Any of these lads here played in Maitland?
No, he didn't.
Played against us?
No. Kolasinac, Chambers did. Murray was on the bench. I know that. Obviously, they weren't. Villa, been a brilliant window for them, in my opinion. Dinier, fantastic. That Chambers, as we were just saying.
Coutinho,
that's if you're telling us that he was going to sign for Villa a few years ago, you'd never believe it. Olsen, he was at Sheffield United the first half of the season.
Yeah, I mean, maybe Stevie G's got a lot to do with Coutinho going.
League One signings, yeah. You know what? I think we will go over that. Won't know it as well, but I can have a look at League One. Being as we've got a League One fan in the channel, would only be fair.
Let's do League One after. Yeah.
Don't know if you remember me aggressively recommending Julian Tavares on FIFA 21. I don't, Bray, but I'm sure you did. You definitely did. If you're new to the channel, Bray, when I used to do quite a bit of FIFA back in the day, and he was my chief scout. He used to do a lot of scouting for me I didn't even ask him. But yeah, fair play to you, Bray. And obviously the co-host of Rads podcast, which comes out once a month, if that.
Anyway. He's a legend. Bray is a legend.
bit more about Villa. Obviously, they've loaned Davis out, as we know. Wesley. El Ghazi to Everton is an incredibly big sideways move, really.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah. Target to Newcastle. I mean, it's a little bit like Forest getting Davis and then letting Taylor go. You get Digne, which is great, but then you just go and let the guy that you replaced him with go. You know, what if Digne was to get injured? You know, it's a bit of a weird one.
Just made a point there. Do you think we'll sign Davis till the end of after the end of the season?
I think
I like to think so. I like him.
I think based off how he's done, I think there's a very good chance because you know he's low down in the pecking order at Villa. You don't really see him getting ahead of anyone, really, do you? So I don't really see why Villa would. I don't think he's going to be like a breaking prospect for Villa at any stage. So I think it could happen. And I'd like it to happen the way it's going anyway. Also, you mentioned Jed Steer earlier on. Brentford mentioned Ericsson, which is amazing. Lossell for a bit of depth at goalkeeper. Of course, he's been about a bit, really, hasn't he? At Huddersfield and Everton, of course. They've lost a couple of players, quite a few players, in fact, actually. A lot of them on loan. Brighton. So this actually went through on deadline day. I've not heard of him before, to be fair, but 6 million from Belgium, that is. Again, to be fair, I've not heard of either of those, so I can't really make a fair comment on them. Lacardia, obviously, the Brighton have had quite a big amount of players go. Connolly as well. Still, I mean, are these strikers? He's a centre forward. Obviously, Brighton's issue is a striker, really, isn't it? Burnley, one signing, but very impressive one at that, really. As Robert Bailey's just saying.
Stokes what?
Going from one extreme to the other. Talking about Mansfield, doing a very good run of form, though. And I have to apologise to Mansfield because I was saying when I was doing my first transfer roundup, Mansfield aren't doing that well, but I didn't even realise they were on a mental run of form.
Yeah, they are. They've got a good manager.
Is it Nigel Clough?
Yeah.
Nigel Clough, yeah. Was it Chris Woods?
And the chairman is called Radford.
How is Kennedy still playing for Chelsea, by the way? I forgot that he was still a player. He's been recalled, probably because of Ben Chilwell's injury, which is a shame for him. Palace haven't signed anyone, so quickly moving on from them. Everton, obviously, could quite easily see Dele Alli being added to that list. Van de Beek is a fantastic signing. He's a left back, this guy. I'm not going to try and pronounce his name. Another guy, Patterson, I'm aware of him from Rangers. And obviously, we know about these two. Obviously, he's been sold, of course, and he will leave. Leeds, very quiet, and obviously he played against Forest, obviously
on Sunday, yeah.
Laquan, how you doing? Welcome back to the stream. Leicester, again, very, very quiet business. Liverpool have got Diaz in for 40 million from Porto. Not too aware of him. Reece Williams? He's been recalled, and Nat Phillips has gone out.
Yeah.
Obviously, they're still trying to get Fabio Carvalho potentially over the line from Fulham. But apparently he would be just loaned straight back to them. City, as you were just mentioning about City.
A bit of activity there. Look.
They've got Alvarez in, but I don't really know that much about. I do know he's doing very well for River Plate. Brentford, yeah, I've seen about this Bray actually. Brentford interested in Marcus Force. I've said that wrong for sure. To Hull on loan to the end of the season. We were actually linked with him for a bit. Newcastle midfielder not announced, but is set to join promotion chasing QPR. Presume you mean Jeff Hendrick, which would be, I suppose, a good signing for them. Is that it? That is it. No, I'm on the wrong page. Sorry. Just looking through some more of the transfers. Torres, I'm actually quite sad to see him leave because I thought he was quite a good player for them. But, you know, I suppose they wanted to get money back for him, I suppose. Nothing from Man United, which is a bit concerning for them. Loaned out a few players, and obviously one of them being Martial and Van de Beek. I mean, to be able to loan out players of that calibre says an awful amount about how good you are.
Yeah.
And yet United is still not having the best season, are they? Newcastle, I mean, where do we start with them? probably could still get a few names
So
in.
what have they spent so far? 100 million?
Nearly 100 million in a January transfer window.
Just one transfer window. That's phenomenal.
Unbelievable. January as well.
Yeah,
Very rare you get that.
Yeah.
But yeah, great business. Target's a bit of an interesting one. As I was saying, that they could still be getting Dan Burn from Brighton as well. Honeygun, how you doing, Bristol City fan? I'm back after watching another transfer roundup. Fair enough,
Welcome back.
You've come back to the more superior stream, surely. Got to be the case. No offense to the other one.
Of course, we play Bristol City 26th of Feb.
Yes, we do. Loaned out Woodman, of course. Who's this? Sorry. Newcastle, of course. I don't know much about this guy, but they've paid a lot of money for him. I didn't mean to click off that. Norwich, obviously, they've signed no one, which, given the fact they're bottom of the league, is a little bit concerning. I never knew that he joined Newcastle. Yeah, it happened recently. Only a few days ago. I think it was like Sunday or something like that. How you doing? We're doing good. Thanks very much, Honeygun or Harry. Up the forest, love to see it.
You Reds.
The signing is all okay. The signing in question is almost definitely Sam Surridge. Yes, certainly. What about Josh Bowler? Yeah, I mean, obviously we've been linked with him for quite a while. It looks like he's probably not going to come. A little bit disappointing, to be fair. Luke, obviously, as you're pointing out, a bit off topic, but I just want to say thanks for this stream, and the content has been class. And seeing you last week, yes, it was good to see you, Luke.
Yes, mate. Yeah,
after knowing you for quite a long time as well.
Thanks your mum for recognising me.
Yeah, it's very good to see you.
It's never happened before.
Yeah. For those new, Luke's been on this channel since I had about 100 subscribers. So, it's pretty good to meet someone that's been around for that long.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Anyway, as for Norwich, a lot of loans out.
Loaned out?
But no one in.
Right. Okay.
So,
they've got more than 11 points now, haven't they?
Yeah,
good.
Don't worry.
Good.
Southampton, yeah, quite a quiet window. Just signing a 40-year-old goalkeeper. And again, not really much happening for them. Spurs, good window for them, Bentancur. They've got this guy on loan as well. And obviously out, they've let Ndombele go back on loan to Lyon. Brian Gill, I think that is, and Lo Celso. And they could even be letting go of Dele Alli, of course. And only a few more clubs. Watford have actually been okay. I didn't even know that. They've been really busy, haven't they? And they haven't just been getting loans.
So this is Roy's doing. Or
4 million. Quite a lot for them.
He must have had a say in some of these lads, surely.
Well, I don't know when they were signed, to be fair. And to be fair, I don't really know much about any of those. Unprofessional. Look on the group chat, David, on Instagram. Yes, I will, definitely. Josh Bowler is ready to sign. However, he will not, if Morgan Rogers does not go to Blackpool on loan from Manchester City. Yes. It would make sense.
It's a domino effect, isn't it? We've got to wait for something else to happen before this happens and that happens. And then, yeah. It happens a lot. West Ham.
Second to last club, nothing's happened for West Ham. But they have in fact, they've recalled those two just to sell them on. Fair enough. And one more club, of course, Wolves. I've heard about this one. Don't know much about him, though. And obviously, the biggest outgoing has got to be Traore to Barcelona on loan.
Yeah.
With the option to buy, I believe. Bit of a big one to lose someone like him, really.
Yeah.
He's been at Wolves for obviously quite a long time. Anyway, who's this? Josh Bowler to NFFC deal. It is unsure whether or not it will be loan or permanence. Asking price between 4 and 9 million. Yes, that's probably about fair, isn't it, really?
Wayne, welcome, mate. Come on, you Reds.
I think, being as we have a Doncaster fan in the chat, he asked me, can we have a look at League One?
Let's do it.
And why the hell not? I think we ought to. Just have a little look.
It's League One time, folks.
At League One. We won't know as much about it, of course.
Of course, we'll be getting familiar with the teams that team we don't like are going to play next season.
Who's that?
The team that begins with D.
Is that the one that we beat?
It's the one we beat.
Yeah.
Was it 2-1 we beat them? I think
Yeah,
it was.
It was. Well remembered.
The fake fivers being thrown at them.
Yeah.
I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah. Well done, Dad. Remembering that.
Thank you. Yeah, thanks for that. Cheers.
Matty Longstaff joining Mansfield. That's a very good signing for Mansfield, to be fair. Okay. So League One. We are going down a road that I don't know much about.
No.
Hopefully I don't have to know about it because Forest won't be there anytime soon.
We don't need to, but we'll do it for the Doncaster fans. Doing it for you, mate.
Yeah, if you're still at Doncaster on tour, let's have a little look through League One.
AFC Wimbledon, they've got these players.
Mm-hmm.
All
free transfers.
Him.
All free transfers.
All free.
Actually, quite a bit.
Have they got any players left?
That's a huge amount of business. Wait, hang on a second. I need to filter this. I need to filter this.
Team?
Just realised, you see, winter makes things a lot easier.
I see what you've done there. You made a bit of a mistake, didn't you?
A lot better. There we go.
That's it.
That's a lot quicker. There we go.
David, that was very professional what you did there.
There we go.
Well done.
Agree. They are.
Yeah.
You are still here. Good to see.
Yeah.
Bees on tour. Goodbye.
Okay. Yeah.
Or
the fivers going.
Hello. I don't know.
Fluttering down to the Derby fans was an absolute stroke of genius.
Beautiful scenes.
It was
beautiful.
I didn't laugh.
Yeah. So to be fair, I don't really know much about Wimbledon. Not gonna lie. I know you're not having the best season though. Who's this? Out. Yes. They've sold a player for 300 grand.
Okay, well done.
I think I've ever heard of him. I don't know. Probably not. Accrington Stanley. Who were they? They're
a team up north, sort of like Lancashire.
Right. Accrington fans must absolutely despise that advert. Dion Charles. I've actually heard of him, and that's a big loss for them because I know he's been a great player for them down the years. To Bolton. Bolton have done. I know that Bolton have had a good window. In fact, here they are. After that 6-0 win at the weekend against Sunderland, which was
an awful lot of bad luck.
It was that big. Sunderland sacked their manager. That's how big. And Sunderland are fourth in League One.
I just want Forest to sign.
Yes,
someone.
Please. Can we just Forest announce someone, please?
Apparently, Derby are going down with the fire in the bank. Who'd have thought it?
Yes, Bray.
I mean, I've got £4.50. Will that help?
Yeah, I think they are definitely going down. Maybe even less than.
What was that about Accrington? I saw
Bray lives next to Accrington.
Bray lives next to Accrington. Well done. I've actually been there. It's all right.
Yes. Any players out? Bolton. Politic has been sold. Interesting. And I thought he was one of their best players. He was quite a good young talent, but to sell him is interesting. In fact, they've actually let go quite a few players. Doyle, I've heard of him. But I've heard a few of these before. But yeah, they've been pretty busy. Bolton Wanderers. Burton, yeah, in fact, I don't know that much about Burton Albion.
We have been to Burton's ground.
We have actually, yeah. Not on YouTube, but we've been near it before. Any players out? Free agents? Well, free transfers more like. Yeah, I'm really out my depth, to be honest, with League One.
We're skipping through this nicely, don't we?
I've heard of him. I've heard of Patrick.
Okay.
I've heard of Patrick before.
From Carlisle.
Jebinson. For me, he's gone back to Sheffield. I have heard of him before, so I'm not completely out with that. Me and Bray,
the Bristol lads, although Bray Forest.
Yeah, you both live in Bristol, of course. Yes, you can ask Rad a question. Ask Rad a question.
Come on, fire away. I am ready for your question.
If you're asking what website, this is Transfermarkt, Alex.
Don't. Ask me something I might know the answer to.
No, that wasn't. That was a different question, though.
Oh, I'm confused now.
No. When the Quans ask the question, then you can answer it.
Right.
Yeah.
Who are we on now?
This is Cambridge United. Obviously,
Cambridge.
Amazing results against Newcastle, which was pretty funny as well.
Oh, yeah. Well done to Cambridge United. That was their cup final, wasn't it?
We'll just skim through a few of these.
1 hour, 40 minutes and counting.
Oh, yeah. I've heard of him. Akindi, he's gone to Birmingham.
Okay.
I know he was with Charlton when they were in the Championship not long ago, as we know to our experience playing Charlton. Didn't go that well. Who's that? Harness? No, it's not the one that I thought it was.
It's gone to Dulwich Hamlet.
Yes. How have you been? That's simple.
Is that the question? I can answer that one. Really, I'm fine, thank you. And how are yourself? Yes, I'm fine. Got a very busy day at work, doing many things, but I'm fine.
Mm-hmm. Cheltenham. That's their business, basically. I'm really skimming over League One pretty quickly.
Cheltenham's nice place.
Oh, I've heard of him. I've heard of Crowley, but he's not got a club anymore.
Oh, okay.
F in the chat for Dan Crowley.
We've been to their ground as well.
We have, because you took a wrong turning.
No, I wanted to show you the ground.
Oh, really? Right. That's out of context, Rads there. Wait, that's not John Lundstrom, is it? Josh Lundstrom, right. I was going to say, really stepped down in his career if he's gone to what team is this? Cambridge. Crew. Doncaster, obviously. Right. Here we are, Doncaster on tour. This is what you've been up to, as you will know.
Thanks to Paul for the question, because that, I would have got flummoxed if you've asked me something complicated. What's that?
Dad's rumoured to be going to Dawn tour on a free transfer.
I like Dawn. Every time I see him, we have a chat. He's a top bloke.
But yeah, that is, I mean, saying you're bottom of the league, you've done quite a bit of business, really. What do you think, Doncaster on tour, if you're still here? What do you think of your business? Probably not the best, given the fact you're bottom of the league. Fleetwood, Josh Harrop, he's gone back to Preston. Been aware of him before. Obviously, I think he was from Man United, Josh Harrop, actually, from a few years ago. We've seen about Hill already going to Bournemouth for $1 million. So clearly one of Fleetwood's top talents, quite clearly.
It's always the same, though.
Gillingham, obviously, they've now got a new manager in Neil Harris, which is a bit of a step down, really, for him. Masterson, I've heard of him, and also Dalsberg from Watford. That's a great signing for them. Out. Is that Ryan? Not Ryan Bennett. No, Reece Bennett. Interesting. Ipswich, obviously, they haven't signed.
Ipswich in League One.
They haven't signed 57 players like they did in the summer.
Their lights. What's that? I missed a question about lights somewhere.
Lights. There's lights on at the stadium, yes, because they're doing a signing announcement, seemingly. So Forest are doing something, but they're just taking the time with it. They're just taking the time. In fact, I'll show the
Why
chat.
don't we go to away games? The answer, quite honestly, is I'm not sure, but we will do next season. It's the expense for a start, but yeah, we do intend to go next season to games like Birmingham, Stoke.
Yeah,
kind of local.
This is a picture that was sent to me via Twitter. This is, I mean, it's not the best lighting, but that is the City ground lights on. Obviously, because we're making
Derby away. I think we should do that.
That would be quite scary.
We've been past their ground where we went from a jab.
No, what you on about, Tom? They're not going to be in the division.
Oh no, we won't go to see them, will we?
What a shame! What a shame!
I mean, I don't want Derby to go under, but I want them to go into League One just to sort of see what it's like.
Well, we've done decent for a bottom side. We've signed Griffiths, who was at Tottenham, and then Leon. When he was at Spurs, he got 22 goals in 18 games for the under-20s. Not bad. Not bad. I mean, it is pretty mental to see what's happened to Doncaster. I mean, I think he still does. John Bostock, does he still play for you? Because he was with us 2 seasons ago, and I thought he was quite harshly treated because he didn't really get many chances, to be quite honest. Any more players from League One? Being as we started, we may as well just finish it. Ipswich, yeah, like I was saying, they haven't gone mental. They've got Backinson, is that? Backinson,
yeah.
Yeah, from Bristol. That's a pretty good signing for them. Yeah, they haven't really done quite a bit, actually. I know they had Barry, who, when Villa had to play the kids against Liverpool last year, Barry scored in that game.
Oh, yeah.
He was at...
no, Liverpool played the kids.
Ipswich.
Didn't they?
No, they both had to do it. It's really funny, because one year, Liverpool had to play the kids and Villa won 5-0 the next year in the FA Cup.
I remember now, yeah.
Yeah.
Because Liverpool were elsewhere, weren't they?
Yeah, it's Club World Cup, wasn't it?
The World Cup, yeah.
John Marquis, shout out to him. If you watched back in the day on this channel, the Portsmouth FIFA career mode, he was a bit of a unsung hero. But very interesting that he's gone to Lincoln, not really an upgrade. Culham as well. Yeah, you're not confident about promotion. Well, yeah, based off teams.
As it stands, then.
As it stands, anyway.
If we're in the Prem, then
Whittaker as well.
Leicester, obviously. Who's nearby? Leeds.
Yeah. Wow, Connor Wickham's gone to MK Dons. Kemp, as Bray actually pointed out, is now there. Matt Smith. Okay, so MK Dons are actually doing very well in the transfer market and the league because they're currently 4th in League One, I believe, or they're definitely in the playoffs. Got me near the end now because it's Morecambe. I know they're not having the best season. To be quite honest, I don't really know much about any of their business. Players out is exactly the same. Oxford, you met an Oxford fan, didn't you?
Oh, yeah. When I was in Audi a few weeks ago, I was wearing this very hat, and the guy at the checkout, we got chatting, to cut a long story short. He's an Oxford United fan, and I said, well, fair play to you for following your team.
Yeah.
Well, that's an interesting story, wasn't it?
I think I know that, actually. I think I heard about that as well, John Marquis. Yeah, who didn't watch? But back in the day when I used to think FIFA was a reliable source of content.
On the Isle of Wight. Okay. Welcome.
Yeah.
I've never been to the Isle of Wight, but I've always wanted to.
Now I haven't uploaded any FIFA in 6 months. I do intend to do it, another FIFA video at some point, but
Wolves away.
You know,
there's quite a few away matches we can go to within say 100-mile radius.
Portsmouth, of course. Shout out to Portsmouth. That one career mode that I did with them. I don't really know why, but I mean, probably a good thing I did because it was ever locked down. I would have had nothing to upload if I didn't. So, you know, it was, in hindsight, a very good thing. Yeah, I still know a few of these. I recognise a few of these players. Alex Bass has gone to Bradford as well. Downing's left to Rochdale. Interesting moves. Rotherham, obviously the Norwich of League One, really. This is incredibly funny. Ossie-Tutu has gone there. Obviously, he was with Forest the first half of the season. If Rotherham fans want to know an opinion about him, brilliant player, but he'll only play about 2 games for you, and then he'll get injured for about 3 months. So, yeah, it's a bit of a difficult one when it's Ossie-Tutu, but a great player for League One, definitely. Any players out?
Jay Greaves has gone to Farsley Celtic.
That is an amazing transfer. Sheffield Wednesday.
Oh, another team.
Lots happened.
In the Prem.
A lot's gone wrong for them. John Jules. In fact, tell you what, they're saying they're in League One. They've done some good business there. Mendes Lang for free. Harley Dean for League One's pretty good. John Jules' story. He's the one that Taylor cried that story.
Oh, was it? Yeah. You see, that's why we need players like Taylor in our team.
Forner, we know who he is. Obviously on loan from Forest. He made his first start at the weekend. I don't know what the result was though. No departures.
Another team, Sunderland.
Sunderland probably going to be in League One for the foreseeable after sacking Lee Johnson for losing 6-0 to Bolton.
I drive a tractor, and I'm a Forest fan.
Is that Patrick Roberts? Okay, Patrick Roberts has gone to Sunderland. Danny Bath's gone to Sunderland. So they do still manage to attract pretty good players for this level. Wigan, obviously, Graham Shinney from Derby, Magnus. I think Wigan are going to be back up in the Championship next season. And I wouldn't mind that because Wigan was always quite a good game when we played them. But it will be a very, very different team, of course. And Wickham got probably the last team on here. Not the most busiest window for them at all. And that is it for League One. Well, that was very different to the other 2 divisions, a league that I don't really look into, of course. Would be an electric atmosphere. Charlie Brown up there. Yes, Leeds v Forest in the Premier League would be amazing. Yes, it definitely would be.
Going to Man U Borough.
So there's an hour and a half left of the window for Forest to make a signing. It's 9:30. Come on. That's a golden opportunity to announce a signing, lads. Come on.
Never leave your tractor keys. No, take your keys out all the time.
Come on.
I'm going to tractor stop.
Right, we're going to go on Forest Twitter and we're going to reload it. And I want to see an announcement.
An announcement that
Forest have signed just any one of these players that we're linked with. I think it'd be very fair. Yeah, you've fallen quite a long way, haven't you, really, Doncaster? I mean, I'm sure it would be quite harsh reading for you, but like, what's gone wrong? Like, why on earth have you fallen so much? Like, I'm sure it's not the best reading for you to have to go over it, but you know, it's got to be pretty depressing. Anyway, I think I'm going to reload Twitter and we're going to see an announcement. Do you think so?
Absolutely.
Today, the last announcement was an hour ago. The mighty Rodrigo Eli being let go.
Who's he again?
Someone that never played for us.
Okay.
Reload.
And it's been announced that...
No.
Oh, no.
F. Oh, well. It will happen. Believe.
League 2 then. Do League 2.
League 2. We're going to be really on slim pickings for League 2.
Of course, Knox aren't even in League 2, are they? Of course they're not.
No. I think we'll do League 2. And if Forest haven't signed a player, we might probably end the stream there. Because it's been going on for...
do National League because you're really out of your depth.
2 hours, which, saying we haven't done a stream for 6 months is pretty good. Thanks very much as well for the 52 people in here, which is a lot more than I used to get when I did streams back in the day. Appreciate that very much. If you are new to the channel and you are enjoying this, it'd be very much appreciated if you could subscribe, hit the like button, all that good stuff.
Jess just said they'd like to see Tom Lawrence at Forest. Who would like to see Tom Lawrence playing for the mighty Reds?
No, I'm sorry, can't happen.
Let me just think about that. No.
I mean, good player, but
what's the short answer? The long answer is no.
No, thank you. No, I don't know if I could do that. Anyway, Doncaster, I'm not sure. Yeah, probably the best way to put it, really, isn't it? Richie Wellens, I'm probably saying that completely wrong, aren't I?
Wellens, yeah, it looks like it to me.
Wellens left us in December and we had Premiership managers linked with us. However, we went for the cheaper option in Gary McSheriffery.
Sheriffery, yes.
I'm actually getting pronunciations right. This is rare.
Sounds Irish, Scottish, does it?
That's a bit similar to Forest. We rely on loans too much. Yeah.
Cheers, Wayne. Take care, mate.
See you later, Rads. Thanks very much. Wayne, good to see you in here. Tyler Roberts can head to Forest. Yeah, I mean, he's not a bad player.
Yeah.
Sign him and then just sell him. Who are you talking about, Owen? Anyway, I did promise would look at... I'm not going to go into much detail here because I'm really at my depth with League 2. But being as someone asked, we'll just have a quick look at it. Obviously, I know Forest Green at top of League 2 right now. Done deal. Ramsey signed for Rangers. That's quite a mental signing, isn't it, for them? Anyway, the mighty Bauer. So that's what Bauer have done, really.
Yeah, they've done all that, and then they've done something else. And they're the players that's gone. Next one.
Yeah. Bradford.
I've heard of them.
I think I've heard of Bass.
Bass, yeah.
Players out. Horby, I've heard of him before.
Hornby gone to Colchester.
I did a career mode of Bradford a few years ago. It's the only reason why I know about him. Dexter Tinio. See you later.
Cheers,
thanks for
mate.
being here.
I saw a come on you Reds. Who's that?
You Reds. Good to be here. Thank you.
Welcome.
Yes, as you just mentioned, Aaron Ramsey. That's a pretty mad
Forest
signing.
New City, is that Man City?
No, we couldn't. Could be really.
It's always tricky saying that, isn't it? This team from that era beat this team from this era.
Ollie, OCF, his team, obviously not doing very well.
Ollie's team, yeah.
In League 2, unfortunately for them. It's the players out. In fact,
every away game it must take ages to get. Who's their nearest team? Carlisle's nearest. Preston. Oh no, they're not even in.
Preston, the 2 divisions
Sorry.
above them.
No, I'm just going geographically, not. Who's Carlisle's nearest team when they're doing an away match? Who's their sort of big rivals?
Yeah, because I know a Carlisle fan. I know a few of those. I know Abraham's. He's been loaned out though to Grimsby, which is a bit of a surprise. But again, I don't know all the ins and outs. Brad Young, I know he got recalled by Villa as well. Colchester, Kindy, I've heard of him before. Yeah, we are kind of thin on the ground when we're talking about this. Charlie Daniels, though, shout out to him, ex-Bournemouth Premier League left back, has left them as well.
He's left Crawley.
You know all these, don't you, Dad?
I don't even know what did he play in Red?
Red, yeah.
Red, yeah.
Did he play in Red? I know that. Yeah. Exeter.
I've been to their ground. He's gone to Truro City. I've been to that ground as well.
I haven't. Players out. Yeah. Don't really know any of these, to be honest. Forest Green probably wouldn't do much given the fact the top of the league, of course. Sunderland, I think Hartlepool. Who's that, Luke? Who's that? I don't think Bowler's signing for us. Yeah, I don't think he is either, to be honest. Just subscribed. Thank you very much, Nottingham Forest supporters, Isle of Wight. That's
welcome.
All right.
Again, I've always wanted to go to the Isle of Wight. Why we haven't been there, I don't know. It does look nice.
I definitely, yeah. But yeah, thanks so much for going over League One. I'll definitely tune into your videos more often. He deserves more subs. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Doncaster.
Carlisle's rivals.
Oh, I see. Right.
Right. Okay. What? Sunderland and Hartlepool.
See, even going from Carlisle to Sunderland and Hartlepool was just take ages to get there.
Yeah. So talking to Hartlepool, here they are. Don't know any of them, to be honest.
Sorry, I don't.
Yeah.
Apologies to all these teams that don't know.
We really are disrespectful to the lower leagues, aren't we?
Well, we don't mean to be disrespectful. It's just that we concentrate so much on the Championship for obvious reasons.
Mansfield as well. Obviously, we know a bit about Mansfield. They're doing very well right now. I think Robert said earlier, on a mental unbeaten run or something, winning a lot of them.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
Doing very well.
Fair play to
them. Lots of loan players out.
Yeah.
In fact, a lot of players out in general. Newport County as well. Again, there's a lot of players leaving, isn't there, for loans for them as well. Northampton, quite busy, really. Obviously, they've been relegated from League One last season. Don't know much about those players out, though. We've got Oldham Athletic, obviously a club that are in quite a poor situation. And congrats on 2.35 subs. Thank you very much, Luke. Thank you very much. Congratulations. Appreciate it. Thank you very much to everyone that subscribed during this stream and liked. It's massively appreciated. It's been good doing a stream again. I'll just go over the rest of the league too.
It's been made a nice change, hasn't it?
Devante Rodney, I've heard of him before. I know a Port Vale fan as well.
Yes, you do.
On YouTube. JJ Loza, go and check him out. Rochdale, obviously they've been relegated as well, I believe, from League One. Salford, obviously, Manchester, the Man United lot, obviously, and them.
Yeah,
Bolton, and is that Matt Smith, obviously, as I mentioned earlier. I think that's mental that they've signed him in League Two. Obviously, players out. No, not the one I thought of. There's another player called Mellor that plays for Carlisle. I seem to be aware of him. Liam Feeney, is that? Yeah, I heard of him before from Scunthorpe. I know a few of these. Matheson, I remember when Rochdale, I think they played Spurs in the FA Cup a few years ago, and they took them to a replay. And Matheson was in that game. And he got sold to Wolves, and he's just been loaned out ever since.
Right.
As he would be, because he's 19.
Yeah.
But yeah, I actually know about him, which makes a change. Any more teams? Stevenage, of course. Stevenage. I don't know how they're doing, though. They're mid-table.
No, sorry, I should do, but...
I think they're mid-table, though. Sutton United. Yeah, it's quite thin on the ground for my knowledge about Sutton. Swindon as well. Is that Louis Barry? Yes, it is. Okay, interesting. Brandon Cooper's gone on loan there. I thought he was a regular for Swansea, Cooper. I didn't think he would go there. Ignorance, really. Tranmere. No, Leo Khan. Okay. Mark Duffy, Liam Feeney, we just mentioned as well. Walsall. Any new players? Dante Rodney, as we just mentioned as well. Interesting. And that is it. Okay. That's quite a long time to go over.
Tristan,
watching without volume.
Shemai.
Tristan, good to see you in here. Good to see you in here. Have we announced anyone? No. I have never wanted a Twitter notification to come through more. Please, can we sign a player? Yes, I'd appreciate it very much.
Yeah.
Wow, David, you're really smashing it. Thanks very much, Tristan. Appreciate that. Go and subscribe to Tristan24, Swansea fan. If you couldn't tell by his profile picture. Been on my channel quite a few times and I've been on his before. So go and check him out. Good guy. Good channel. But yeah, we need Forest to sign a player. I was hoping we were going to sign a player throughout this stream at some point. We're going just over 2 hours and we still haven't signed a player. So yeah, I think definitely at some point this week, I'm going to do an overall roundup of this. I'll go over a lot of what I've done today, but there will be other stuff that's happened since.
Just thanks to Charlie. He's a Leeds fan, but he's going to follow us getting promoted at Wembley. So yeah, thank you.
Thanks very much, Charlie. Yeah, I'll definitely do a video about the championship in particular. And I think I might do a Rads cast if Brazen here, and also Woods as well. We can just do a Rads cast where we can talk about
Tristan. How are you doing,
specifically Forest, of course. But yeah, it has been really good to do a stream again. It's been, like I say, 6 months. I don't know when the next one's going to be at all, but I would like to do them just every so often. I don't see myself doing it like I did last season, where I did it weekly. But yeah, one more bit of news though from Bray. Jonathan Panzo's undergoing a medical at Forest. 1.5 million apparently. Okay, watch me end the stream and we announce both players like within 5 minutes. It's gonna happen, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good stream, great stream. The Tristan just comes straight in as soon as I end it. But yeah. Thanks very much, everyone. Really appreciate the support very much. It's been a good deadline day. And yeah, I'll see you very soon.
Yep.
New video out as well. Come on, you Reds.
You Reds.
Love to see it.